Morning, and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. I am your host, Ruth Esinamfiagbedu, and I'm bringing you the news headline review right here on the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. And sitting in the chair with me this morning is Miss Debbie Adosa and Miss Regina Bell.
This is GhanaTalks Radio.
Perspectives on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the news headline review. Good morning once again. Good morning to my lovely panelists.
Good morning.
Miss Regina, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm fine. Hope the rain didn't really disturb you that much. Miss Debbie, yourself?
The grace is sufficient.
Oh, we bless God for that. All right, so welcome to the news headline.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's dive into our major news headline for this morning. NPP withdraws from Tamale Central by-election. The new Patriotic Party has announced that it will not field a candidate in the upcoming Tamale Central parliamentary by-election, following the tragic death of the area's Member of Parliament, Alhaji Honorable Dr. Murtala Mohammed, in the August 6th helicopter crash. Dr. Murtala Mohammed was among 8 individuals who lost their lives when a military helicopter they were traveling in crashed in Adanse Akrofum in the Asante region. His passing has created a vacancy in the Tamale Central seat, prompting preparations for a by-election in accordance with Article 112, Chapter 5 of the Ghana's Constitution. In a statement signed by NPP General Secretary Justin Kodra Frimpong, the party said the decision was taken during a National Steering Committee meeting held on Monday, August 11, 2025, at its national headquarters. The resolution, made in line with the NPP's constitution, was influenced by what the party described as circumstances under which the Tamale Central seat has become vacant and the need to avoid deepening political divisions at a time of national mourning. The NPP is of the belief that it would be inhumane to subject the nation to a competitive process in search of a replacement for the departed NP. The statement read, "The tension and acrimony often associated with the conduct of by-elections in the country should be avoided." The party noted the most fitting way to honor Dr. Murtala Mohammed and the other crash victims was not only to intensify the fight against illegal mining, which is also known as Galamsey, but to also ensure a peaceful and uncontagious process to replace the late MP. When the Electoral Commission of Ghana opens nomination for Tamale Central by-election, the NPP will, in accord with the national interest, not take part in the contest, the statement concluded. Political Observer says the NPP's decision is a rare gesture in Ghana's competitive political climate, potentially setting the stage for a consensus candidate or an uncontested by-election in the constituency. Yeah, so yesterday we saw in the news that the NPP have withdrawn from the Tamale Central by-election, and they are saying that it will be inhumane for them to even contest for such an election, looking at how the seat became vacant, and they are doing this in honor of the NP Murtala Mohammed. Yeah, and you also know that there's also an upcoming by-election in Akwitia. So, I wanted to ask, are they doing this so the NPP will also, withdraw from contesting for the Akwitia by-election as well? Miss Regina.
NDC or NPP?
NDC, sorry.
Okay, so in as much as we are facing a difficult moment now, I think it is not, should I say, the right step in the right direction, because life still goes on.
Yeah.
I can't remember when Atamils died. The vice president, that was our current president, Mahama, was the one who took over.
Exactly.
So let's say, God forbid, but if something happens to our president now, automatically, not him dying or anything, but if he's indisposed at the moment, the vice president at that moment will take over any duties of the president. So I would say that in as much as the NPP, they are grieving, they are not the only ones grieving, we are all grieving. But this shouldn't be an issue where, should I say, development would come to an end. Life still goes on. We will still forever cherish their leadership because they died in line of duty. But I think that life still should still go on. They they should just involve themselves in whatever that we will do. If the EC says today we need to rerun the elections for us to elect another Tamale MP, they need to do it. So once you say Ebianasa and Umponayamolak, Namunya MPP Nimba Kwashaho.
And they say looking at how the man died, and then
so the seat will be vacant forever and ever.
Not that it means that they are just going to appoint an NDC person to just be the candidate over there.
No, you can't just appoint. You need to go through due process. This is an election between two people. It is a seat between two people who are contesting for it. And we both know it's the NPP and it's the NDC also. So you can't just... This is not a monopoly party where it's only one party in power that you can say, oh, since it's only one party in power, let's allow this party take over. But we have two parties and we even have more parties. But the power or the position is between NPP and NDC. So you can't just say you would appoint an NDC personnel to occupy that position. As I said, we are all grieving and we are still grieving. So they are trying to say they've not eaten. They've eaten.
Oh, they have.
So if you there, you can eat. Development has to still go on in that constituency. You can't stop it. I don't want to say use selfish gains or selfish reason, but they should also think about the other people there. Yeah.
Miss Debbie, in a way, do you think they are being undemocratic? Because according to our constitution, we are supposed to vote and not just to just appoint someone to stand for a particular constituency. How things are going so far.
They are not being undemocratic. It's a party on their own, and they can decide to choose whether they will involve themselves in a by-election or not. Because you are supposed to send a representative, which is representing your party in that constituency. And I believe before the late Muntala became a member of parliament for Tamale Central, he had a contender from the other party.
Yes.
And so now that he's no more, and the MPP are saying that they want to withdraw, there is nothing wrong with that. And nowhere in the constitution states that you cannot withdraw yourself from a by-election.
Well,
if only you have a reasonable reason. It's a party. I'm trying to get that here. It's a party. You can actually decide whether you are going to engage yourself in a by-election or not. That is a decision from the party. And even before when the incident happened, when they were bringing in the bodies of the people, an MPP member, even before the MPP party, with the general secretary making the announcement yesterday that they want to withdraw, a party faithful came out and they made a statement that they are not going to contest, and so the NDC should not also contest in Akwetia, so that it would be like more same party in a film. So just it should be among only the NDC party members. Bring people that will represent their constituency. We are also going to bring people. So you stay away from Akwetia. We will also stay away from Tamale Central. So it's a motive. I'm not sure they just woke up and then they feel like, oh, we want to withdraw ourselves from the election into no. It's a motive, because if I'm withdrawing from Tamale Central, then you should also withdraw for Akwetia by-election. So it will only be among the party faithfuls. But I don't see it as I don't see it as them being undemocratic. No. They feel like, well, he is part of us, and the death he died, it's not something that we will say it's fortunate for us, or it's a good fortune for us. It's something that happened unexpectedly, and it was a painful death as well. So if they're going for a by-election, we are trying to withdraw ourselves. Then we hand it over to you, the NDC party faithfuls. So I don't see them being undemocratic here. As I said, there is a motive behind that. As it stands now, when this issue happened, Asedun Ketia came out to say that the election, the internal election that is going on in the NDC party, because if a by-election is going on in another constituency, there has to be internal election with the party members to elect one person that will represent the party in that constituency.
Exactly.
So the chairman said that has been withheld because election they've withheld that. And then we're looking at that. A party faithful came out to say that if that's the case, then we are not going to contest you people. You people should also not come to Akwetia. Because if we are not contesting and you want to come to Akwetia, then what are you trying to say? So I don't see them to be undemocratic. It's a decision made by the MPP, and that is it. You can actually decide whether you contest in a by-election or not. Although Ghana is not a dual political country, but that is what we see. We have about 20 political parties, but then when we go for election, it is either MPP or NDC. It has become these two. So if one is saying that we want to, this is not a whole general election, we want to withdraw ourselves from a by-election, it's a decision from the party, and they've stated their reason. So that is that. They're not being undemocratic.
Or could you also say that maybe perhaps, we Ghanaians, the sympathy votes there, we are very good at it. Could it be that they already know that they've already lost the election? That is why, they went ahead and then, drop it and be like, they are just withdrawing.
In a way, you are right, because Tamale is a stronghold for the NDC.
Good.
Tamale is a very stronghold of the NDC. And don't forget that our president is from the northern from the northern region, and our former vice president is also Baumia is also from the northern region.
Exactly.
We have both MPP and NDC, but NDC northern region is a stronghold for NDC no matter what. If the chance of MPP winning in the northern sector is slim. It's very, very slim. Even if they should bring in a representative from MPP to NDC, will still win that election. NDC will still win. So, but I feel like they just want the NDC to withdraw from the Akwetia election.
Oh, you think so?
Yes. I feel like they just want the NDC to withdraw from the Akwetia election because you've had enough. You have 183 in parliament. And then beyond our SAPE.
Is Akwetia also a full NPP?
In a way, yes.
Because the last I checked, I learned it's also
it's a stronghold for MPP.
For NPP. I learned it's for NDC.
NDC, really.
Yes, it's a long.
Okay.
And their issue is actually still in court, even before the man died.
You are right.
So I don't think the NDC will.
You are right, because some time back they said that the member of parliament, Kumi, who died, election that he won, the member of parliament he won in Akwetia was actually through a Kululu. Allegedly. Right. So he wasn't meant to be the member of parliament, but they stole. That is what allegedly.
That was why their issue was in court.
Yes, that is why their issue was in court. So NDC for normal bomu ekeche bomu keche masa. They prepared themselves to win the seat at Akwetia. But looking at what is happening, if they don't withdraw themselves from Tamale Central and feel like they want to contest, knowing fully well that their chances of winning is low, then it means that you are bringing upon yourself another challenge, because the NDC is not going to lie down. They are definitely going to come after you in the Akwetia election. And also to make the sleeping dog lie, they will also bring up. So now I feel like as it stands now, we are supposed to wait patiently for the other party
to see if the NDC will also come out and say that
they're in agreement with.
We are also not going to contest. Ms. Regina, do you think the NDC will also decide not to contest for the Akwetia by-election? Because already they had an issue in court because they said it was the NDC member that won, but a whole lot of misunderstanding went on, and then they gave it to the NPP candidate. And even that one, I don't even think they announced him to be the NP for that constituency. But right now, the NPP people, they've gone ahead of us, we used to bash them a lot. They've gone ahead of us. They've come to say that they are withdrawing from the Tamale elections, Tamale by-elections. Do you think that should also prompt the NDC to also withdraw from the by-election in Akwitia?
No, that shouldn't be a yardstick for you to also withdraw.
Why?
I believe this is something that should be done fairly and transparent. But so because as Debbie said, maybe MPP for no, or more chiomo, maybe a more emergency NDC for so better. But one thing I know about the NDC, they are very stubborn and adamant, and I know that I'm not sure these people will withdraw. They will not withdraw. I know that they will go boot for boot, and they would wait till the end. Whatever verdict is given at the end, they would accept it. So I don't think this should be a call, because the NPP are withdrawing. This should also be a call to the NDC for them to also withdraw. I don't think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Until when they withdraw automatically, Obia a funny position or what?
If they withdraw,
Tamale MPP has withdrawn, so NDC will take it.
NDC will take it.
Yeah, NDC will withdraw, MPP will take it.
I don't think they are being fair to the people in that constituency, because I feel like they should all contest and then allow the people to choose whoever they want to represent them in parliament. But as Ms. Debbie said, they're a party.
Nobody's imposing anybody.
It's a party, and they can decide not to contest or not.
So if you don't contest, automatically that seat is vacant and nothing goes on there.
No, if you don't contest, like this plays a strong role for NDC, and you don't contest, it's not vacant.
Automatically,
why my NDC for no say they've win in advance?
So how is the election going to be like? Is it going to be like they're bringing two candidates of the NDC?
Yeah, that is how they usually do it.
Also, they'll bring two eligible candidates
not as
of the
if
NDC.
they'll bring two eligible candidates, but they are going to announce in the party. Maybe people from that constituency who are NDC faithfuls, and then you feel like you want to lead in that constituency. You come for, I think they vet them.
Yeah.
They vet them. Then after that, there is an internal election to elect one person to stand for that constituency. So after they've elected one person to represent that constituency, if in the MPP will also be contesting her, they also do their internal primaries and they bring out one person to contest.
I saw that with Akwitia and even with Akwitia, they've already selected
NDC representative
already. So I think it will be even too late for them to even be after raising his hopes high, and even the people then you withdraw. I think that won't be fair. So they should go for the election. If the NPP have decided to withdraw, in a way, I don't think the NDC would like to withdraw, since they've already selected a representative to represent that constituency. I think the by-election should still go on in Akwitia without the NDC withdrawing. All right, moving on to our next news item. Unmonitored social media use driving teenage pregnancy. Central Region Education Director Dr. Juliet Dufie Otame has warned that unmonitored social media use among students is contributing to rising cases of teenage pregnancy in the region. His comments follows a news report indicating that more than 30 teenage pregnancies were recorded in Gomwa alone over the past year. Health officials says the trend reflects a broader problem in the Gomwa West District, with new cases reported every month. Every month, a case of teenage pregnancy is recorded. Within 2024, we recorded between 20 and 30 cases, said Benes Amwa, a senior midwife at Gomwa West District. Dr. Otami noted that the increase is particularly prevalent among senior high school students. She urged parents to restrict students' access to mobile phones, stressing that many use them to engage in harmful online activities. While highlighting social media misuse as a major factor, she also expressed concern about cases in which some teachers exploit female students. Some of the teachers take advantage of the girls. You know, these girls, most of them are vulnerable and ignorant, so they lure them. Sometimes too, it is also the issue of social media. Most of the students have phones. We have preached this to students and parents who don't give phones to not to give phones to students. Let them come. Phones are not to be used in schools. You know, these are kids. They are always there for the wrong reasons. Some of the teachers lure them into using phone, and then they put them in such a relationship. Hey, ASMO. Unmonitored social media use is driving teenage pregnancy in the central region. Like, make it make sense to me.
Unmonitored,
Yeah,
that's true.
unmonitored.
It's a factor. Even Indomie cry is causing teenage pregnancy.
yeah.
I even learned sanitary pad.
Yes.
It's Hollandia yogurt.
Share. Na me take us no be to me to Indomie name.
Hey.
And there goes
I know that.
name.
Like you open your leg. So what should this tell us as a country, or
It's
even to
all-
the parents?
It all boils down to education. We all have a role to play, both parents, guidance, teachers, and even strangers walking about. At first, to my best of now, even though say man shut down better, but when you go out and you are wrong, a stranger can caution you, can reprimand you, but this time, anyhow, it's not there. Like you dare not. Even a teacher, you dare not reprimand
If you beat a student, the mother will follow the student to the school to come and warn you.
You dare even for beating important. I saw a video where one mom came to the school to discipline the child. All in the name said, "Sisi, our teachers need to me on kolano."
So she took it upon herself, went to the school
to discipline the child.
Oh, nice.
For disrespecting the teachers. So this unmonitored social media of a thing is very true. Yesterday I was scrolling on TikTok when I got home, and a 12-year-old was pregnant. 12 years was pregnant. 12 years old.
Back then,
Back then your period 12 years now.
yeah, 16 years. I remember as I mentioned when I was 16.
Sure. 12 years was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Right, aside, should I say rape, and aside abuse, sometimes from internal, most of these things comes from the phone. The phone can lure you, even as grown-ups. Sometimes phone can lure you into doing something you're not supposed to do.
Exactly.
So imagine a child that not doing what from the IQ level and intelligence would lure that person into a wrong relationship. Ghana Hano, laws are here, but the law enforcement is very weak. But when you go outside Ghana, these people monitor everyone's social media. Because tell me how they can just be, you can just be there now, almost say, you're almost saying, be poor, police phone, they can just barge into your house and arrest you. Interpol. Just for chatting with a minor in a very bad way.
Yeah.
How did they get to know?
How did they
I
get to
thought
know?
that the parents and Sakolano wouldn't go out to disclose it. I thought that the parents themselves don't even know what is going on until those people come into the house to make enquiries and to question you. But Ghana, 11 years, Ekita iPhone 16. Yanka said don't buy expensive phones for your kids. But what are they using that gadget for? We have this pad here. We have something of this sort that is designed purposely for students. You can't access social media. You can't do anything. It only has learning materials on it. But bibini phone at the end of the day, they would not monitor the child. Akola no sika ben and or they to your friend is saying airtime or they to bundle. Young adults in when we are buying all these things, we complain. Into Akola no sika no they chop money and so bundle sika.
Exactly.
Who is funding for that? Akoya say what thousands of CDs at all phone amount. Now excuse me to say, obi be maybe an a home yacht baby the 5 CDs, 10 CDs, 20 CDs data real all in the name of bundle. Once you use thousands of CDs to buy a phone. In as much as electric the phone use aids in education, aids in research and all
learning.
that, they need to make sure that they monitor whatever these kids are using. And also, mind you, these kids are very smart.
They are very smart.
They are very smart. After doing whatever they will have to do, if you call Google now, so we can share history of search. We're clear. Me just recently, and I got to know that when you go on Google and you search, you can clear your history. But these people, they know. So they need to make sure that they monitor the electronics or gadgets or whatever, computers, laptop, iPad, whatever of these kids. And yes, a teenage pregnancy, in as much as teenage pregnancy, doesn't really boil down to this. It would, I'm not sure they would be able to, should I say, put an end to it, because there are other factors surrounding it. So if you are tackling the use of phones, you should need to also tackle the other ones around it.
The other ones. What are the other ones surrounding it?
Yeah, Indomie is there. I saw a social media BEC question where they asked the students what causes teenage pregnancy. The person wrote iPhone, Indomie, time, and the other thing, because I know I did that normal.
Oh, I
but
see.
Forgetting that we have peer pressure and all that.
Yeah, and other social vices, broken homes. But right now, it looks like those are not actually the causes of teenage pregnancy any longer.
Yes.
Wow.
But now the petty ones that we don't really pay much attention to. Because broken homes, I can't make a man make Uncle. Because since it's a broken home, they are not co-parents.
Yeah.
On phone number before say, I just saw about who they don't do it.
Those were the causes of teenage pregnancy.
Yeah,
but now
it's not.
Sanitary pad can be. Pad boy
loaded fries.
Right there.
Shawarma, pizza.
Miss Debbie, this is where we have gotten to as a country on monitored social media.
This is GhanaTalks.
At your age, what age did you start using phone?
After senior high school.
That one point was Nokia.
Yes, it was Yam.
It was Yam.
And okay, Toma me and Obi be rami them fire.
Yeah, I started using smartphone when my brother's phone got spots, and then he's like, he's not going to use it again. And I was like, oh, okay, then I'll repair it, then I'll use it.
I started using phone after senior high school, and you see, there is this way they say, spare the rod to spoil the child.
Exactly.
And although everyone has a role to play, but as a parent, you have 90% of the role to play as a parent. You do not just send your word to school and then you believe that it is the role of the teachers to teach them. You don't do anything. Some parents, they don't care. I can't remember those. I can't remember those times when like we started menstruating and that my mom would sit us and it should be mentioning the body parts raw, and it should be like when she said that now you're grateful, we felt like it should be like me and a metro. And I feel she's kind of annoying, but growing up I got to understand here. In the school most of the teachers don't really mention it. They use other things to replace it. They don't verbally mention it. I don't know why. They feel like I don't know what.
Even myself, when I was a kid, my mom never said "Bobona clothes toto." That's what she thought. Ben and clean your toto. She not say Ben and clean. So you feel shy. So you even feel shy to even call it. You get it, but now
you get it.
They'll even call it and describe it.
Yes. Yeah. So my mom will actually do that, describe it, and then she'll tell you that, see, now you're menstruating. If you do care, if you did care, you'll get pregnant. And I remember those times when you come back from school and you are trying to behave somewhere, she'll be like, come. Have somebody touch you? Like, somebody touch your ear. I'll be like, what is that? She's kind of this person. So, you see, interest well, it's at the back of your mind. If you go to school and a male colleague wants to touch, and then you feel like, no, my mom said this. If you do this, this will happen. You get it? So, you have that at the back of your mind. See, as a parent, if you have a female, male, they forget them. It's not as if you won't pay attention to them more. But female, you have to pay more attention to them. as long as they grow, they develop. The way you were at age 8, now things have developed. You don't bath outside, you bath indoors. Why? Because you cannot be disclosing yourself as at this age. As at this age, if you're bathing outside, everybody sees you to be mentally unstable. Because every mentally stable person is supposed to bath indoors. At the age of even 17, 16, 15, you're supposed to bath inside. Now, because our system have changed, our food and everything has changed. At the age of 12 years, she said, a girl at 12 years has got pregnant. At the age of 12 years, she has everything. We can say 20 years. But 20 years, go on, drew your bar, or born for everything in place in other. So as a mother, you sit her down. You teach her.
So you think our parents are not even doing enough?
Most of them are not doing enough. You have to teach them
and
all
I
those
feel
things.
Most parents are too busy.
Oh, a lot of them. A lot of them. And one thing to you tell them to be content with what they have.
Exactly.
Because if you're not content with what you have,
aesthetics.
I shall say for, and then some parents to when fair for cry, when you use the iPhone, what's that here? This kind of words.
Exactly.
You are speaking
Comparison.
that yes into the ears of your word. When fair for Abigail, Felicia, say Nancy or Bano Kitare. What are you trying to tell her? You're trying to tell her that Uncle Bim, you're pushing her out to go and do things.
You go out and
so you're supposed to caution her. I remember the other time I was saying that me, if I go out and it's 9 p.m. and I'm coming, I have to prepare a paragraph of what I'll be telling my dad. And if it is not sensible, suddenly me. They won't even can you that they'll done. Have they? Yeah, sure. I'm watching that.
Or when you're asleep.
Yeah, no. 12 o'clock. Yeah, but so
Imagine so you were what done
so you have to come and like prepare paragraph of what you want to say into Oko Krom when it's about to like 8, 7 open to my buffet. Else you have a lot of explanation, like a lot of questions to answer. So parents, you have a lot of roles to play. Sit your child down, even if you are a single mother and the man is not trying to be responsible. Be the mother and the father. You if the Sakolami say a man better you see the vinya no do ajijona for ke the vi chibome yenu hahana dada. Akolani ye ye beka say papa no but or say ye beka say mommy na so as a mother,
right,
please, you have a role to play.
Yeah, so please, our parents out there and to the teachers who are taking advantages of these young girls,
they should be sad.
Say be a more grade, please. It should stop. Parents, please monitor your kids' phone and their social media platform, because sometimes when you pick somebody's phone and then you go to their social media and then you go to Google, you know what they are searching for. Because that is what is going to appear on their FYP.
Your morning
even
companion.
some parents don't even know that their children have social media accounts and look at some of the things they even post out there.
And please, parents who monitor status or
oh, my mother there, she'll text you right now.
Your status and you call it, what
please,
is this?
My mom will text you right now, be like, I don't like what you've posted. Delete it.
You get it.
You get it.
They are monitoring, so you're being conscious of the things you
get
post.
it. So how dare you go and post something over there? So please, we want it the traditional way. Gen Z, we are tired. We are spoiling our future leaders. Our parents, please, discipline your words. Monitor them and monitor their social media platform. And I think that is going to help us a lot to reduce the cases of teenage pregnancy right here in this country. All right, let's look at this topic briefly before we move on to the next section. Chiefs who spearhead illegal mining to abdicate their throne, meaning that they'll dethrone them, right? So that is coming from the paramount chief of Lower Axem traditional area. He said any chief at all who is, caught spearheading or being the mastermind behind illegal mining right there in their area, they are going to dethrone that. Because how, as a chief, you sit there and then you see for them to bring in excavators into the community, and then you as a chief, you say that you don't know anything about it, then what kind of a chief are you? I think this is the right step in this right direction to stop curbing illegal mining. I wish all chiefs will also take up this course, and that is going to help us a lot. not only to dethrone them, they should embarrass them. They should discipline them, because as a leader, you are supposed to, make sure that everything is in place. And if you sit there for someone to come and degrade your land, then you're a bad chief. You think it's been long overdue?
It's long overdue, because I think one of the chiefs who normally does that Asante Hene, for honor dear, he would make sure that you lose your seat. And I think this should be a call, or this should be a directive for all the bigger chiefs to look up to. If you see that any of your subordinates are indulging in illegal mining, you need to make sure that you caution them. I think it got to a point where one chief came out to say that they will warn you for the first time, but the second time would be you losing your seat.
They shouldn't warn them. You know the state of the country, and you know the state of Galamsey and where it has gotten to. Why do you need to be warned?
When we are talking about illegal mining, the first people that comes in mind are these local chiefs.
The chiefs.
And the fight against Galamsey, they need to tackle the roots. Exactly. They need to uproot it. And when you are uprooting it, it means you need to talk to these chiefs first. Because I own my community. I can't come into that community and start mining
without seeing the chief.
Exactly. And these people, it gets to a point where I feel say I thought that and at the end of the day, whatever proceeds that comes out from the illegal mining, you also have your share in it. So they are being lured, because as I said that the whole your farm was saying ahini for na assassin chromo. Ukota so make us a kuhu hine no, and I say in temjina for no bekasa, no the wako ahimfi ho. Now whatever land documents are supposed to do, you do it. So they can't tell us that they don't have a hand in it. We are not blaming anyone, but since you are the authority there, it means that you have a hand in it.
You have a hand in it. Miss Debbie, you think it's been long overdue?
Yes.
This chief should be sacked.
It is. They have to be dethroned, so that to serve as example to others. You see, as she said, you cannot pave your way into your community to take on an initiative or a program without the permission of the chief. The chief owns the lands. In as much as we have a president, the president does not own every community. He has his part, he has his office, and the chief also has his office. And if you are going into a community to mine or something, you are supposed to take permission from this chief. So the chiefs that are pretending to say that they don't really know what is going on, they are liars, they are deceivers. In fact, they are deceiving us, because they know what is going on. Right. They take the money behind the scene, and then they pretend to be on the side of the people. In fact, they have the main reason why illegal mining is on the rise of late, because they take the money. They don't even think about the people. If you are taking the money, push it into something meaningful for the community. Maybe bringing out a chips compound, or bringing out a borehole that is going to benefit your people. They don't do that. They take pickup, they exchange that for pickup, they exchange that for a bag of rice and oil, and then it ends there. Till we start dethroning, and I feel like we shouldn't only dethrone them. After they are being dethroned, there should be a bayer car, young naked. Then they'll roam about in the community and no more run. Hey, Galamsey chief. Then it's roaming all over social media. That is a disgraceful dethroning, because if you are a chief, or you are being crowned as a chief, it's a generational something. So if you are bringing that, then it means you are bringing a curse to your people. So we shouldn't only dethrone you.
This
you
is
should be
like your morning companion.
Naked. Yes, and then it should be flying all over on social media. Till we start doing that, these chiefs will not make up their minds.
As a chief there, how can you sit, say, excavate about Ukum, like your community, fine. Hey,
Cheddar. When Cheddar was going for a campaign, I learned he went into a town without seeing the Ohene there.
Oh.
And they brought out a statement and said he should make sure he doesn't come anywhere around that community to campaign.
How much more? Human being, how much more an excavator?
They not only sack them, after sacking them, in fact, they should disgrace them publicly before they dethrone them.
Because it's serious. The issue of illegal mining, we can't do it alone. Like, looking at the political aspect of it, and then, the governments, these smaller communities and their leaders in it also need to help. Please, for crying out loud, people have actually lost their life with this whole Galamsey issue. I don't know, as a chief, you sit there and watch them bring excavator into your community, and then you not do anything.
He's taking in the water too.
Oh, God will judge all of you. All right. Up next, we have Deputy Girl. I'm sad.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear of favor. A former president of the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference and Bishop Emeritus of the Konongo Mampon Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Joseph Osei-Bonsu, has advised clergy and prophets in Ghana to exercise restraint when delivering prophecies. His call follows a directive from the Presidential Envoy for the Interfaith and Ecumenical Relations Office, Elvis Efri Ankara, issued on Sunday, August 10th, that any prophecy or spiritual insight concerning high-profile political leaders, governance, national security, public stability should be formally submitted for urgent assessment. The directive comes in the wake of viral video on social media following the August 6th helicopter crash that claimed 8 lives, including 2 cabinet ministers. If God has revealed something to you, find the right way to go about it. My concern is that these days most prophecies focus on death or disaster. In the Old Testament, prophets were sent to preach God's word and guide people to do what is right. They did not constantly prophesy doom and gloom. Our prophets should learn from that, he said. Issue of the day. This is what we get to see every day. Every day. And you'll be amazed to know that this morning I woke up and then tried to check something on Twitter. I saw a man of God saying that President Muhammad should provide prophets with fuel so that when they are coming over to his place to deliver the message, they wouldn't be stranded. Then I asked myself, really? The president should provide you with fuel, should provide men of God with fuel, so that when they see anything, a vision concerning him, it will be easy for them. They wouldn't have to, go and be looking for money to buy fuel and then to do everything, put everything in order for them. And this is what we wake up every blessed day to see. If you don't come across someone prophesying this, tomorrow is that. Then I kept asking myself, why God doesn't reveal, good things on what? Because I believe God does. I'm not a prophetess. I'm not a pastor. I'm not an evangelist. But at least we have a relationship with God. Sometimes it's not every day you go to church and you pray. You wake up in your room, you pray to God. So it's a fellowship with God. God reveals a lot of things to you, sometimes through dreams. And I believe the Bible says that he reveals to redeem. He does. And so long as God is revealing something to you, it means he believes you have the capacity to avert it. If God is showing you the death of someone, he knows that you have the capacity to avert it, to pray against it. And that is why he showed it to you. So immediately you wake up. That is why a lot of men of God will tell you, especially, let me use this man of God, Apostle Joshua Selma. He will tell you that immediately you have a bad dream. When you wake up, then no, pray. Don't wait to go to a pastor's office, and that is what we find very common. Yama esofudie na ye aye dene. Ama genuine pastors, yes. It's not every day you run to a pastor. I've seen this, I've seen that. Please pray for me. No. Sometimes in your own comfort zone, immediately you see it, you pray, you avert and you divert it. When you feel like it is beyond your control, that is when you go to seek the help of a man of God. And it looks like everything was calm. Immediately after this helicopter crash, a lot of prophecies. Someone said he saw this. Somebody said he saw the prophecy 2 weeks ago. Someone said he saw it a month ago. And you are putting fear and panic in us. Seriously. As it stands now, the president is hot. He's hot. This issue came unexpectedly. We were not expecting this at all. And mind you, these are the people that are so close to the president. I remember when the president was addressing the state, he said, I don't have a lot to say. He said, I don't even know the words to use. So you can actually tell that the president is not in a good state. What are we supposed to do? I believe a country that has about 1,000 men of God, it means we are blessed. We are blessed. So we should channel that into prayers. We should come together and pray for the country. This has never happened in Ghana before. I've been hearing helicopter crash, plane crash in other countries, but not in Ghana. So if this is happening, then I believe God is trying to send a message to the men of God out there. That maybe we are not treading cautiously, so we need to pray. Then you come together, then you pray for the state. That is why I love Aglo women. Be Aglo for Jesus. Every day you see them at the Independence Square. They do that yearly. They pray for the state. They pray for the country. And that is what we want the men of God to do. Not to come and be putting fear and panic in people. No. To the extent that you are calling for the president to provide you with fuel. I believe in the olden days, if God gives you a prophecy or a word concerning someone, God does not give you fuel. No, I've not read anywhere in the Bible where God provided fuel for any of them. And those times, car vehicle was not that common. You walk, and God gives you the grace, and He gives you the strength to walk. If among all of us, God has chosen you as a vessel, it means you are blessed. You are already blessed. But when you see something concerning someone, how do you convey it? Is it supposed to be public where everybody is supposed to know? I mean, a mama prophecy, help me. And the same Bible states that if you do something right and people hail you, you have already taken your reward. On earth, you have taken your reward. There is nothing left for you in heaven. That is why even the Bible states that if your right hand is giving something to someone, a man left hand, it doesn't mean that when you come to give a gift to someone, you should be hiding your left hand. No. If you've done that in secret, let it remain in secret. Don't go and be telling people, my money way. What are you trying to insinuate? And it's the same that applies to this. As a man of God, if you see something concerning a whole president, at least let's have some kind of reverence for the president or a government official. There should be a way to convey it to him. He has a lot of people around him. You can get any of them. Communicate with him. Mr. President, this is what I saw. And this is what I believe maybe we can do. I'm not trying to degrade any man of God, but I've never seen Duncan Williams coming out on air to make statements like this. No. Let's look at notable men of God in this country here in Ghana. Let's look at them very well and see if we have seen or you've seen a trend of him making... No, he doesn't. I've never seen him like that. I've not. But a ban of widows, I think a year back, Christosuma and Yankupo Freya, no. We want to make everything everybody to see. I mean, come. And it's only in Ghana that when you prophesy about bad things, we only see bad things. Today, this will happen. Tomorrow, this will happen. No, I believe God also gave us the power. He said, whatever we lose on earth will be loose in heaven. Whatever we bind on earth shall be bind in heaven. So when you see it, you have the power. He has given you the authority and everything to bind, loose, and it shall be loosed. So that is what you are supposed to do. Not to come on social media and be blanting and blah, 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 blah. Even now, of late, I'm getting scared because I mean to say the rapture crabbing. Because the Bible states that a rapture near will be seeing all these kind of things. Not everybody that comes in my name who shows that yes, the person has been ordained from God. No, we need to be careful. Please, to the men of God, we respect you. We respect the oil of God on your head. But please, tread cautiously. Some of them are making the work so difficult for genuine men of God. You're making the work difficult for them. And it's true. And once you see Christians, most of them, they've lost trust. Because so please, we are begging you. If anything, find a way to communicate it. And I think it's about time we start arresting some of them. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie. We have to start arresting them. In a way, I miss Dampire. Assuming Dampire was still here, some people will be crying by now. It is well. Miss Regina, today in history, what do you have for us?
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Today in history, 1942, solar eclipse of August 12, 1942 from Ghana. A partial solar eclipse occurred at the moon's ascending node of orbit on Wednesday, August 12, 1942, with a magnitude of 0.0561. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between Earth and the sun, thereby totaling or partly obscuring the image of the sun for a viewer on Earth. Walter Sisulu, a defender of equality and justice, who devoted his life to opposing the evils of South Africa's apartheid system. Sisulu was detained on this day 1952, and the Suppression of Communism Act led to his suspension. He was tried later that year for his participation in the Defiant campaign alongside James Muraka and Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is admitted to Tygerberg Hospital in Cape Town and diagnosed with tuberculosis. This occurred nearly a month after his 70th birthday while he was still imprisoned. He was treated at Tygerberg Hospital for 6 weeks before being transferred to Constantia Berg Medi Clinic. He was later moved to a cottage at Victor Vesta Prison near Pearl, where he spent the final 14 months of his imprisonment. Today is International Youth Day. It is a day dedicated to reorganizing or recognizing the contributions of young people to global development and raising awareness about the challenges they face. It aims to highlight the potential of youth as partners in today's world and to encourage their meaningful engagement in society. The day also serves as a platform to address youth-related issues and to promote their well-being and empowerment. National Middle Child Day was created to recognize and honor children who are neither the oldest nor the youngest in their families. The day acknowledges that middle children can sometimes feel overlooked or neglected and aims to highlight their unique experiences and contributions within the family dynamic. Lastly, World Elephant Day, observed since 2012. This day aims to raise awareness about the challenges faced by elephants and promote their conservation. And that's all for today on Today in History and some observances of the day, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Join me same time tomorrow for more amazing and fascinating facts.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for Today in History and some observances. Today is Elephant's Day. This one is for the New Patriotic Party people. And now it's for them. Today is Osno Day. It's for them, so please. The New Patriotic Party people, you guys should be commemorating this day, right? All right. And this is where we draw the curtains for the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll meet you same time again tomorrow. Stick and stay with us.
This is GhanaTalks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Sam. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app on our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what you see baba live on Facebook, Kointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page and so now listen. Ebe your fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up, MPP prioritizes national unity over Tamale Central by-election. Ghanaians urge to transform Soros into purpose. Government vows to continue fight against illegal mining. These and many more coming up shortly. Do stay with us. The New Patriotic Party has announced its decision to withdraw in the upcoming Tamale Central parliamentary by-election. They stress on the need to promote national unity to avoid political division. The MPP believes that participating in the by-election could polarize the country. Although the party views their decision as a fitting tribute to the deceased Member of Parliament, Mr. Kingsley Amaliba sees their withdrawal as a party who is broke.
The point is, every party will miska. And the only mobilization is also converted to by elections. That one is a fact. But see, I could tell you, German people on where that is over the bedding.
I said, I can't
over the bedding.
I can't wait.
I over the bedding.
they still.
I want to go stage workout.
That's not your money. That.
No, I want to go stage workout. Oh, yeah, person jebu mayu. Yeah, person jebu mayu. Achiche mayu.
But Amaleba, I saw one people
also proceed at the keep one.
I saw one people abaso. Omaya, because
we hear a project.
Deputy Interior Minister Ebenezer Telabi has called on Ghanaians, particularly politicians, to transform their grief into purpose. This was after a military helicopter crash claimed the lives of 8 prominent government officials. His call for unity echoes President Mohamed's sentiment, urging Ghanaians to turn their sorrows into a moment of reflection and commitment to building a unified nation.
We lost him and the other comrades. May the good Lord keep them in his bosom. That is what we can do now. That's what we can see. We can only trust that the good Lord will keep them in his bosom. Continue to pray for the family. May this lead to some unity in our country, in the family. May their exit bring a blessing to the family. And we'll continue to remember them. We thank God for their life. As the Bible says, in every situation, give thanks to God. And for the memory, we can continue to
share. Yes. So, Honorable, talking about being a blessing to the country, what inspiration and lessons can we glean from this?
There are lots. In fact, there are so many things. You see, I mean, our ways are not that of God. God has his own way of doing things. I mean, the Minister of, Chief of Staff said something that I felt was very instructive. He said, why now? Why them? No, it is only God who can answer that. Because I believe that nobody knew from Adam that he will become a minister, he will become an MP. No. I mean, it was a blessing, it was an opportunity that God gave him. It's the same God that gave him to, his parents. And today, he has come for him. Who am I to complain? I can only say, thank you, Lord, for how far you have brought all of us. The lessons are that let's be each other's keeper. And let's believe in the God that we worship.
Are we also?
Philip London has expressed criticism towards some self-acclaimed men of God who takes pride in prophesying unfortunate tragedies. His criticism highlights concerns about the motivations and impact of such prophecies on individuals and communities. According to him, prophecies of tragic events can have far-reaching consequences.
It's not just last week or in the recent days that this thing has happened. It's been happening over time. But it looks like it's getting worse. And what is even worse is that some of these people who are supposed to be men of God seem to take delight in prophesying the most unfortunate or taking credit for having had the power to prophesy certain unfortunate incidents that may have happened in the lives of other people. For me personally, I see that as because we're on national television, I'll take my time in choosing my words. Very, very unchristian.
Very unchristian.
Very unchristian.
Are you claiming they are charlatans?
My brother Eduji was reminding us about the established Orthodox churches, the way their men of God handle situations. They are disciplined. They are well schooled in these things. They don't behave like that. Even the Ghana Pentecostal, not even, also the Ghana Pentecostal Council. They have very senior and highly respected men of God, and they are also associate pastors under them. You don't find them behave like this. But if you check as to the kind of people who have made such pronouncements, it just shows you where they're coming from.
Where are they coming from, Mr. London? I don't understand you.
They are not coming from the Pentecostal councils. They are not coming from the Christian Council of Ghana.
Where are they coming?
They are coming from their own. They are coming from their own. You offend them. From wherever they are coming from. You mentioned somebody's name. I mean, for me, I think we should also, in all honesty, accept part of the blame, because we are the ones who give them platforms. We give them platforms. When they do things like this, then we are, dancing around them. We should call them out. We should call them out.
So we tend to cajole them.
Yeah. We should call them out.
For example, Prophet Owusu Bempah,
yes,
accredited by himself for bringing the former president.
The Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Yusuf Sulemana, has announced the government will to continue the work initiated by the late Minister for Environment to repeal legislative instrument LI 2462, which permits mining in forest reserves. The Deputy Minister outlined a plan to clear forest reserves of miners and crack down on those operating in forest reserves.
We can only put ourselves together as a country and fight this menace called Galamsey. And we have said, look, we are not saying that people should not mine, but we want you to mine responsibly. And so going forward, the policies that government is putting in place, we will have to ensure that those policies are implemented. If we do that and we are able to reduce this menace, we would have been, as it were, serving these heroes who have passed a good service, because that is what they've died for. And so that's what we should be focusing on.
Finally, before you go, like you mentioned, just on that assertion, there are those who say that these 8 persons have paid the ultimate price for Galamsey. And they're saying that the biggest tributes that this government can give to them is to, one, repeal LI. I spoke to Nilante Vanderpoel, who's the CEO of DRIP, and he said, in his own words, let's finish the Galamseyers. I want to find out from you that going forward, are we going to see a major clampdown or crackdown on illegal miners or Galamseyers? Are we going to see a shift in terms of the fights?
And so it's in 3 phases. 1, those who are in our forest reserves is a no-go area, and government will flush all of them out, and that's what we are doing. 2, those who are on our water bodies, we are not going to spare them. And I can tell you, very soon, there will be a documentary for you to see the impact of the Blue Water initiative, guard initiative that we are doing. I have the videos and photos here. They go into the rivers, they sack people, they burn their chamfans and all of that. That will continue.
So are we going to see LI 2462 repealed?
Indeed, Honorable Murtala was working to get it repealed, because it falls under his ministry. Okay? So I believe that my minister, who is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, has been asked to have an oversight responsibility over that ministry. We will be discussing this, and then we'll see where my nephew, Honorable Alhaji.
In business, insurance penetration in Ghana remained low in 2024, holding at 1.0% based on gross premiums. This is according to the 2024 Financial Stability Review. Under the insurance service revenue metric introduced by IFRS 17, insurance contracts penetration for 2024 was lower at 0.63%. The report anticipates that digitalization, product innovation, inclusive insurance schemes, and sustained public education could drive penetration higher in the coming years. Insurance density, the average per capita spent on insurance, rose to 202.14 in 2024 from 195 in 2023. This growth reflects larger average policy size and improved disposable incomes, indicating a modest easing of economic strain on households and businesses. Life insurance premium retention remained high at 96.36%, underscoring the benefits of strong reserving, sound assets liability matching, and prudent investment investment practices to safeguard policyholder funds. The non-life retention ratio of 73% in 2024 was up from 69% in 2023, signaling the sector's potential to better utilize local capacity and reduce reliance on external reinsurance market. However, overseas reinsurance premium transfers increased significantly, with the National Insurance Commission approving 814 million in 2024 compared to 656 million in 2023. This rise highlights persistent constraint in local capacity and growing dependence on foreign insurance, while offshore insurance offers risks diversification. It also exposes the industry to exchange rate volatility and capital outflows that could heighten liquidity pressures if currency fluctuations intensify. Still on business, Ghana's financial sector closed 2024 on a strong note, with total assets jumping 34.6% to 525.59 billion, up from 319.17 billion in 2023. This is according to the 2024 Financial Stability Review. Despite the growth, its share of the economy dipped slightly, marking up 45.2% GDP compared to 46.4% the year before. Banks remain the dominant player, holding 76.4% of all financial sector assets. Pensions followed with 16.4%, while securities and insurance held 3.8% and 3.4% respectively. Interconnections in the systems are growing. Banks' exposure to other financial institutions rose to 286 million, most of it 272.73 million, tied to the securities market. However, other financial institutions' exposure to banks surged to 11.56 billion, up from 8.14 a year earlier. Securities firm led with 5.9 billion, followed by insurance companies at 3.1 billion and pensions at 2.6. Regarding net claims, other financial institutions had 11.27, more with banks at the end of 2024, up from 7.94 billion the year before. In sports, Bechem United Public Relations Officer J.C. Atoahenen has stated that the club will make its decision regarding its stance on the Ghana Football Association presidential term limit vote ahead of the GFA Ordinary Congress. The 31st Congress is scheduled to take place at the Ghana Mine Soccer Center of Excellence on Tuesday, August 12th, with a fleet of items set to be discussed ahead of the start of the 2025-2026 season. Top of the itinerary is the vote on extending the term limit of the GFA presidency from a term limit to 3 terms. Each term covers a 4-year period, and according to the Bechem United PRO in an exclusive interview, the team has made a decision. We will have a final meeting on Monday, and in that final meeting we are going to have an agreement to reach a consensus of whatever that we reach. That is what is going to be the stance of the club, he added. The GFA president Kato Kreku's 8-year term is set to end in 2027. In showbiz, the Big Chef Junior Season 4 finale was nothing short of spectacular celebration of culture, creativity, and culinary excellence. Held under the theme Taking the Keys Back to the Old Days, the final episode transported audience to a time where meals were cooked over cool pots and infused with the warmth of tradition. The show began with an electrifying performance from the New Level dance group, setting the tone for an evening steep in heritage. The final 4 contestants, Mona Lisa, Bubune, Nicole, and Sewa, embraced the challenge with confidence, bleeding family recipes and regional pride into their creations. Mona Lisa wowed the judges with roasted brown rice, akple, and ayoyo stew, followed by pamahito, amakple, and traditional delicacies reserved for chiefs and queen mothers in Hohoi. Judges praised her deep connection to heritage and flawless execution. Bubune impressed with spongy yakayake paired with amadechi and carrot, earning a celebratory high five from guest judges. Nicole showcased her skill with eto and plantain, complemented by a refreshing tiger nut drink. Her consistency and flavors received warm commendation. Sewa delivered plantain fufu with dry fish and percocet flavored soup, winning a perfect 10 on 10 from Chef Abby, who declared, "Bringing me that fufu, it's extremely delicious." The atmosphere was as much about celebration as it was a competition. Supporters took part in a lively dance contest, with Team Nicole emerging victorious. Afrobeat sensation Carl Song heat up the stage with his soulful performance. After intense tasting and deliberation, awards were announced. Most creative meal went to Bubune. Second runner-up to Sewa with 5,000 cash prize. First runner-up to Bubune with 8,000 cash gas cooker and sponsor prize. Winner went for Mona Lisa with 15,000 cash prize, gas cooker and a sponsor prize. Nicole received 2,000 and a sponsor product for a commendable performance. And that is how we end it on the morning news broadcast. Do well to log on to all social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio for more news updates. I am Deborah Ador, so do have a good morning.
Ghana Talks Radio, number 1.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're going to talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say ade. No artists go join me in the studio. We're going to discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in, and say this what I say, Baba Live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen, about your fire, 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries. Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto. Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues. Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless, Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set it about Sam. Now on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and you say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this what you see, Baba Live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Every occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Brell. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set it about Sam. Now on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and you say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and you say this what you see, Baba Live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Sitting here with me is my knowledgeable panelists, Miss Debbie Adosa and Miss Regina. Miss Debbie and Miss Regina, you're welcome again.
Thank you.
You were going to eat breakfast.
Kokonu besa.
What's it day?
Kokonu besa.
Kokonu besa. Now, Miss Regina, what do you need? Kinky.
Dokono. Komi keshito. Wachi.
It's a real deal. I see that. Miss Regina, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, tell me. All right. Let's go.
But before we delve into the real deal, the real deal, I chanced upon something in regards to the prophecy going round. It looks like this week it's all about the prophet, it's all about the pastors and the reverends. So Bishop Osei-Bonsu, he's the former president of the Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference, and Bishop Emeritus of the Konongo Mampong Catholic. Hey, Bibli, say you. He's saying prophets should be discreet and sensitive when it comes to prophesying. I think yesterday Debbie was saying something about how their church, so for Emma prophecy, he doesn't really talk straight into the microphone, but he makes sure so be ye microphone if you know, then he or she would be communicating with the person involved. But it looks like the prophets these days, I don't want to call them prophets of doom.
Prophets of what?
Prophets of doom. Because all they do is doom. They basically, dangerous prophecies in Quran. And I remember seeing a video where one prophet was saying, teacher say, mo person mo say, nyame no pegana for semana. Everything owo and you are accidental way dangerous thing. So Bishop Osei-Bonsu is saying that prophets in Ghana needs to exercise restraint when delivering prophecies. So that is what we have.
I think looking at the way the prophecy, I don't even know the kind of words you actually use, but the indiscipline is too much.
Too much. You know, my pastor in church always say something. So it's not only about the calling, but the calling it takes discipline. Almost more a pastoral school. When you go to the pastoral school, that is where all of these things are being taught. How you I was say we are disciplined. Nyama was so can nyama any so can. I thought that more Charles says who be before be one and you need none was so can. You just have to pray for the person and you pan up in the baby alpha. And any prophecy that comes has a direction attached to it. You can't go to the hospital and you'll be diagnosed with a disease. Then at the end of the day, the doctor wouldn't give you pills or medications.
Exactly.
Sometimes they even prescribe a medicine for you to go and buy. So that is how prophecy is also. We have the physical realm. We also have the spiritual realm. So I sometimes believe that these prophets, they need to be intelligent. Excuse me to say, want to mean Fabio, and be a prophet. Once you're a prophet, dear, hey, discernment. Sometimes the things you need to say, I will say discernment. I say I do it, and don't do it. Don't go here. Don't do that. But it feels like these people, they only do it for the fame, and they can't say anything to us saying your fame. It's either for fame or for money. And wait, though.
And today,
we are not Ghanaians. Why is it that they only see something about this?
About the big, and not Ghanaians. Who are you?
I'm a Ghanaian.
The issue is, who are you?
Who are you?
They don't even know your name.
They don't really know
you. They don't even know you.
Oh, but your friend is saying, Alpha I say, and some Papa beans or so. I thought that he doesn't know something about someone, but their home now catching now and they'll post it on social media. I know so when you say found one now,
you
work on it. Yeah. But the issue of prophets coming out to say whatever they want to say is becoming unbecoming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And then I think during Dan Paris time, he mentioned that if you know what you're about to say, you are here to disinform or misinform anybody. They are not going to, you're not going to have it lightly with them. They are going to arrest you. And I think during his time, it was managed.
Yeah.
It was actually managed, but when he left, they are back again. And I told you yesterday what I saw on social media with regards to that same prophet who prophesied about the helicopter crash there.
Roger?
He is the one that when he sees things like that and then he prays about it and then it doesn't happen, people see him to be fake. How can you sit there and say something like this? Are you working for the people or you are working for God? So you deliberately sit, you don't pray about it, and then you make it happen so that people will have to gain popularity or for what?
You've taken your reward on it already. Nothing
No,
left.
but is that bad?
Very bad.
It's
and
bad.
I
It's
saw
bad.
just
It's
this
bad.
morning. I say in the next coming weeks, 2 weeks, he would drop another deadly prophecy.
They should hold him.
If we don't silence these people, they are taking advantage to do certain things. And the other time I said that we are mortals, but we don't live on earth as mortals alone. We have spirits walking about. So when you speak negative words with your mouth, they hold it and then they perform on it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they make you use of your own words, and then it feels like you have power or something. So we should be careful. If we don't stop these people, they are using their mouth to degrade the country. They are destroying Ghana with their own mouth, with their words. Words are powerful. It's pierced like sword. This tank, it doesn't have a touch your tank and see. It's very, I can't say. It has no bone.
Yeah, it's boneless.
It's boneless. But the kind of things this tank can do, it can doom your life within a second. So if we don't stop these people, it's becoming too much. And prophets or man of God, they are human beings like ourselves. They have their flaws. But you have to, immediately you have that kind, there are certain things you don't do. And then when I say that, there are some top men of God that, someone like Duncan Williams, someone like Reverend Tete, someone like Pastor Ankra, Ajinasari. These people, I've never seen them on social media where they say that Mehunwe, come and see me. To the extent this morning, okay, except for claim man of God, we're saying that President Muhammad should be buying pastors fuel
to come and submit their review,
to be submitting their prophecies,
their prophecy for review.
You see, myself now I can stand up today and be like President Muhammad. Today I'm a prophetess. I've seen this. Give me money for fuel. And no, what that than one. You cannot deceive God.
Like the prophet really said that.
No, I'm saying the prophet said that President Muhammad should be buying pastors with fuel, so that omo can submit or more.
As in, right now that the presidential envoy has come out to say that if you're a man of God, a teacher, an evangelist, or anybody at all, if you have any revelation or any prophecy, you should come to the presidential envoy and then submit those prophecies for review. And this man of God is saying that
he should provide them with fuel.
To come and submit his prophecy.
Them with fuel.
President John Dramani Mahama should provide him with fuel.
Yeah.
He should send an email.
So that they can easy. You see, we live in Ghana is the only country where if I on my data right now, the first thing I'll see is soon we are and we have allowed that. We have basically allowed that because we embrace them. So they feel like they've gotten a safe heaven to do whatever they are. But I believe that, you see, God speaks once, but as a human being, we turn in it 3 times. Prakopena Yankubo Kasa, but we tibium. I know anytime God speaks, he speaks for a purpose and for a reason. And if God should reveal something about me to you, SNM, it means he knows you have the power to avert whatever you have seen, if it is bad. And if you feel like when you tell me it will be okay, I believe you not come here and then in the morning, hey, Regina, Charm, then you assembly everybody. This is what I've seen about Deborah. No. You come to me personally, right? Deborah, this is what I have seen, no. But then I believe maybe we should fast. Maybe 3 days fasting, I will help you. We'll do it together. Or you will not tell me at all, but you'll be like, I've seen this. It's not a good sign. Can you do something towards it? Maybe you should pray. Simple. Now, and then we be and no. Tomorrow this will die and this will die. Like enye.
So, what are you expecting from these authorities to actually do to this men of God?
Arrest them.
Because in a way, they are misinforming us, and they are causing fear and panic, which is really, really bad for the state.
It's even a criminal act.
It's even a criminal act to cause fear and panic.
He said President Mahama should provide them. I've sent it to you. I've sent it to Regina too. You should provide them with cars and fuel. Yes.
Hey. If you are seeing I'll
send it to you.
One thing I know about pastors, prophets, I don't really know these people or more different, but I know some now more one thing, that is the work of God. But I'm so muko school now, and I rank you almost. Yeah. At the end of the day, these people are all messengers. Now, ebano, the work of God. As she's saying, we see some of these pastors, they don't come out to prophesy or they don't come out to say things because obiani there's some people so now just mainly teachings for you to understand the word of God. Some people so no no more culture. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to one thing: you're a messenger of God, and once you're a messenger of God, whether I like it or not, you have to make sure that at the end of the day you relieve whatever information that is being given to you. How you will do it, I know dear. But I say he will provide the needed equipment for you to deliver whatever message you are holding. But now he's saying that they should provide him with cars and fuel. Hey, he's not a prophet. I think that's a fake, but God himself said that at the end time, we need to be careful when it comes to these fake prophecies and also fake men of God. So this should tell you that we are already at the end time, but just the rapture in you. So we should be careful.
So in your opinion, what are you expecting the government or the security agencies to do with regards to these prophets coming out and then causing fear and panic to
they should be arrested and used as scapegoats for other pastors, incoming ones. This should serve as a lesson. They shouldn't go scot-free. You are humans just like all of us. You should apply wisdom. Finance at some omonche yesampa omone nyame honhom na ye adwuma sebio nyame onkasa anyhow nyame honhom onkasa anyhow. So as human having the spirit of God within, we all have the spirit of God, but just that obiane ne ranking obi there afino wo cho afino obi impo den the way why na masters. It is a why masters no you come out to talk anyhow. How do you expect the ones also coming or looking up to you to also behave? So if you see something about someone, it's not meant for the public. It's meant for that particular person. If it was meant for the public, I'm not sure saying you make sure so we are seeing said this and this and this is what is happening. And then there's any account or social media now we sources now then who says public. But it was only meant for your ears. So go straight to the person and talk to the person. having the spirit of God or being a man of God also requires other physical things. First of discipline, maturity. But it looks like these people lack it. When this prophet Mirifinidi or making this prophecy about Shatawale, at the end of the day, he was arrested. Unim Shatawale's social media handle.
Yeah.
Exhaust all the avenues that you can reach out to him. If you oh yes, I know many now you were not able to reach out to him. That is where you can come out. And even at that, I believe that they have a social media handle that is mainly for work. Managers will PRO will. What is stopping you from getting in touch with them? Then they'll come out on social media to say, "Fre Sami Jenfi mami, Fre Eyi mami, Fre we." Do we have one number? I'll say Fre we mami. So they need to be used as a scapegoat. If they are even supposed to be detained, they need to be detained.
Miss Debbie, is there anything you want to add up?
No, I think we just have to arrest them. And I feel like with this review that the president has brought on board, in a way it's bad, in a way it's good, because it's going to give avenue to a lot of people to be trooping in and out. At the office of the president, I've seen this, I've seen that. And I feel like the president should not pay so much attention to it, but he should have a personal fellowship with the Holy Spirit.
Right.
And I know he has a man of God. I know he church. And then he has a man of God that on the bonfire. He should focus, he should go straight to the man of God. If they are supposed to pray, they're supposed to intercede for him. Yes, but if not that, not a person for attention into the prophecies that comes in and out. Trust me, he will be devastated and confused, because the enemies have a lot of ways to dive in and destroy whatever is going on. So I feel like with this opportunity, it's going to give a lot of people the nerve to be going in and writing things and stuff. The speaker said we should pay attention to spiritual things.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very necessary, but they also need to be careful. Spiritual things, you cannot review it physically. Like the way some person review, you cannot review it physically, because some of the things, it doesn't make sense, but it is true. That is why I said, the man of God, he feels like when mini power, if anything, they should send it. If it is truly from God and it's bad, God will avert it. And if it's a good thing, it will come to pass. But shouldn't put so much focus. Maybe they say where things are going on. President Mahama needs someone who sits by him and talk to him, because what he's going through right now is a lot with these prophecies and stuff. And I think the IGP is sleeping. Mr. Tete Yohonu, he's sleeping. He's doing it, but for me, I feel like there is more room for improvement. Yeah, so soon. Former IGP came in. It wasn't so long, but we saw what he was doing. It's not as if we are saying that he cannot do much, but anytime make us say there is more room for improvement. They are already in power for 6 to 7 months now, but you should bring out a directive. If you're a man of God and you are coming to say something, you should be careful of what you are coming to put out there. Make sure it doesn't instill fear into people. And it should not only be about death. Are they? Every day, not death. Are they young one as they say? And because they are saying that so of late, they say accidents. You wake up now, the first news you see is accidents. Yesterday now, another accident too. SDA church, they were coming for a program, but they died. Are they?
Hey, looking at the rate at which we are experiencing road accidents, because we saw 16 children also lost their life. And even later on, I came to see that they said it was a curse. What they cursed the land. A whole lot of issue.
It is only in Ghana that after something happened, and when I young say I've prophesied about it. So God, please, we want to trust you and trust you forever, because some of these things is making Christians to lose faith in Christ. You get it, but never. They can't stop us.
Yeah. So moving away from that, these individuals, these 8 individuals actually died on a mission to, a Galamsey event. And then we saw on social media also that Sam George claimed that this week is going to be a very decisive week. I don't know if you saw his post. So looking at how this current government is actually tackling illegal mining so far, are you satisfied with that kind of approach they've brought on board so far? With the banning the excavators, we've seen other ministers, is it Hannah Bisu, Yes, moving from Galamsey side to Galamsey side to go and arrest these Chinese and all of that, to the extent of even the interior minister coming out to say that they are going to deport any foreigner who is caught involved in illegal mining. Looking at
deport.
Are you satisfied with how they are tackling it? Are you satisfied?
I'm not. I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied because, in my own personal and honest opinion, when we go into other countries to do wrong, they make sure that we are being, should I say, persecuted and detained right there. So what stops Ghanaian officials from also doing the same thing? These people destroyed our lands right here in Ghana. So why don't we deport them? So who bears the consequences of the damage they've done? So after destroying it, you deport them, then they go to their own country to enjoy whatever social amenities is being left there for them. And these people, at the end of the day, we hear, or it's being heard, that they would be persecuted in their country. China, for now, you do a more, we've not heard anything up till now. Say they are walking about freely. Say they've been persecuted. Say you we don't know. And we are here suffering from if anything. These waters that were destroyed, or the rivers, lakes, what have you, that were destroyed. Mind you, that is someone's livelihood. Science Union Ubinum. It was even reported that this health sector said, say, in Kolana ye warm with deformities. It was as a result of this. These people do illegal mining with dangerous chemicals. At the end of the day, people are drinking straight from that water. So I don't think this is the right approach. They are doing it, but it's not enough. And even to the point where people are dead now.
Yeah, so with the point where people are actually dying, we've seen this.
And I should thank you, and I know money.
What next approach are you looking for that the government will bring on board to?
Shoot and kill. Yeah.
Why shoot and kill?
Shoot and kill is the best approach as it stands now. We've tried all the possible approach we think is good, and still illegal mining is on the rise. As she said, and you also said the same thing, and I'm pinpointing on it again. We've been excavators. We've deployed military on site. We've arrested people, and up to now, I don't know whether they are still there or they've been released. We've deported foreigners, a whole foreigner coming into our country to mine. And we feel like the best way to punish them for destroying our water bodies is just to deport them. And I believe there is more to that we citizens don't know. They've deported them, and still illegal mining is on the rise. And we live in a system where illegal miners actually have the guts to take their phones, video themselves, and then tell you in the face that this is what we are born to do. A whole illegal miner calling up President Mahama, Mr. President, Your Excellency, this is what we are born to do. And yesterday I came across an interview where a Ghanaian said he makes end meet like 15,000. He makes end meet 15,000 in a month from illegal mining. And after this rampant issue of illegal mining and illegal miners to stop coming on site, he traveled outside the country. And then when he got there, he realized that what they were paying him was nothing compared to what he receives from illegal mining. So he's back on site. 15,000. You see, the reason I'm saying is that to keep illegal mining, it has to do with a lot. The government is supposed to bring on board policies. I said they are bringing on board program already, but the salaries, should they increase it? Something that will entice them, will pull them and attract them into the government's firm, away from this. Because if I'm earning 15,000 a month from illegal mining, whereas in a government institution, I don't even get paid up to 2,000 or maybe 1,000 cedis. Do you think I'll do? No, I won't. I won't. I'd rather be in the pit where I know perfectly well that it's a death trap. Because everybody dies
when
every
you know
second.
you are actually not affecting just an individual, but a whole community, for that matter, a whole country for that matter.
Yes. With a 50-50 chance. Because when you get to that pit, it's
when
a 50-50 chance.
When you know perfectly that where you're actually going to,
it's a matter of life and
you
death.
might either survive or
not.
You might even die.
But 15,000.
So why don't you don't you just stop it?
Stop and
15,000 is calling me. You are telling me I should stop it. 15,000.
You are taking 1,000, 2,000 or 1 minute. You know how much
they pay him.
Making?
Oh, I see.
So to stop this, governments you're supposed to bring in works, things that will entice them. If they are paying 15,000, then it means you should be paying like how much are you supposed to pay as a government? With other incentives, accommodation, transport, but you see, so we start doing this thing. Killing and shooting immediately you spot the person
that is like you declaring war.
Masa when you was This is not war.
This
is not war.
Who knows? Maybe your family member might.
Someone is dead. You can't know who you know. Who will be family member?
Yes.
Someone's dad.
Yes.
Someone's husband, son. Only son.
Yes.
Who's a family
you
member?
you the illegal miner. You're a serial killer. You've not taken gun on anybody, but you're a serial killer. The chemicals you are using in polluting the water bodies is the same water that this community they are drinking into their system. It is the same water that they are using for irrigation on their farms. And you sit down and you tell me that we are killing you. Now, the babies they give birth to disabled, no arm, no what. See, we have to shoot and kill them. We have to shoot and kill them.
No hair, they are alive.
Yes. That is why I say that this is a very tough decision, but the president has to take a stance. You don't look left, you don't look right. Even if it's a public official, government official closer to you on the site, shooting a while. If not, we will have a lot of government officials dying, because this seminar they were going to NC, there will also be another program and they have to go to another mining community again to educate these people again. And they cannot walk. Helicopter nani ebefa.
And even if they go by road, they will not walk. They'll still be in
the road. They cry, papa. So I know say another problem. Everything can happen at any time.
Thank you so much. I wanted to say a beautiful submission, but shoot and kill there is not a beautiful submission.
It's not.
Shoot and kill is not a beautiful submission, but thank you so much for sitting in and then sharing with me your opinion and throwing light on the issue of Galamsey and looking at we losing these heroes. We are just hoping that this current government are going to bring in drastic decision with the issue of Galamsey to help us all as a nation so we don't record any death again. Wow. It's been a roller coaster this last week and then this week as well. We are still mourning as a country. We are just hoping for the Holy Spirit to console us, since you are now calling on prophets.
The prophets will not see things, say it too.
They should come and console us. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll go for a quick commercial break and we'll be back with the main discussion of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Hello worldwide, I'm level bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Braille. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Or you're a singer and now you're a rapper, you think say you get bars. You go spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app no our Play Store and the App Store. No tune in and say this what you see Baba live on Facebook, Cointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page and this now. Listen, I bet you fire 1 year, Wading,
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it's just a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. A good morning to you, a cold one as well, because I am feeling very, very, very cold. But our apologies for today starting a bit late for you. But the ladies did justice to save your ears before we go to
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
It's a Tuesday morning. We have a gentleman in the studios who are going to do exactly what we are supposed to do in the studios this morning. I have the NDC's communications team member, I have the NPP communications team member, and I have the independent political analyst in the studios. Today he's running away from his position, but when the going gets tough, I will also lock the doors. But yes, as we are getting into the conversation, I want to invite you to join us on all our social media platforms as well, at Ghana Talks Radio, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Our phone lines are very active as well. 0205444614. You can text us there, and we will get interactive with you. But gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know. It seems it didn't rain here.
It rained.
Yeah.
Yes. It drizzled, but not raining.
It drizzled. Yeah. It's been raining heavily since I think 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. thereabout.
But that has to do with locations, because my area, it's only this morning I woke up to see that.
It was raining.
The weather itself, it didn't rain at all.
Oh, okay. For mountains, I don't know. Maybe it's because we are closer to God.
I see.
Oh, but that's where Christianity began. The first, the first church, was established in Ekropong.
Yeah. So that means that around Volta region, they will not experience rainfall at all. Let's put that
one. Don't get the Voltarians angry this morning.
I don't know why he's saying that, but when you talk about Christianity and you go to the Volta region, you have a lot of.
He's talking about the topographical.
Areas.
Okay, so
therefore they will not experience rainfall.
with because when you say Volta region, there is a certain perception about
the Nogupu thing there.
Okay,
but that place, there's nothing there. Voltarians are very nice.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
Very
nice. I visited there, and we were walking through somebody's farm. And you see plantains, big ones, and they were very ripe. And nobody was taking any of it. I was like, hey, why is it? I had a phobia. I was like, really? Faban crying, I bet you.
Mr. Mario, you should understand why.
I did understand.
You should. They believe. if this is for you, then it should remain as it is. Yeah. But if you dare cross someone's boundary, then you should know that you are ready to face the consequences thereof. But when it comes to we at the other side, you see, our spiritualism and spirituality, it's a little bit different. We only believe in God and God Almighty, who, when He picks His stones, He delays in throwing it. But they believe in fatalisms and the rest. So they believe in instant justice. Instantaneous, and then those things. So when you dare, know that you are going to face the consequences. That is why they always leave what it is for their
own. So that's nice. But speaking of spiritualities, I think our first topic we are going to look at does a bit more about spiritualism, and we know we have the freedom of worship in Ghana here, and some privileges that comes with freedom of worship is how to express our worship, how to execute that worship. I haven't really heard any form of worship that curtails or, let's say, fights against somebody's human rights. I haven't heard that yet in Ghana here. But there's been instances that something will happen, and right afterwards we will see prophetic memories of it or references that, oh, this pastor even said this prophet said that. There's also been instances that a pastor will say, oh, this thing will happen if we don't do this and that, this will happen someday. Just last week, and I mean, as I'm in black, it tells what we are all facing as a country. We experienced the loss of 8 gallant men, 8 statesmen who were on their duty to serve the nation, lost their lives. Unfortunately, may their souls rest in perfect peace. And afterwards, so many things, so many discussions has gone on, and one of the things that has actually come up has been the fact that these prophecies and things are becoming some sort of is it a distraction or whatsoever. And in accordance to that, now the presidency is giving a directive that every prophecy that entails the nation should be directed to the presidency. Some citizens believe that this is a little bit of harsh on Christianity. We have the freedom of worship, so why are we now being guided, or as to say, they are telling us how to express our mode of worship and all that? Some also believe that it is in the right course, because some prophecies are there. Too much. Out of panic. What about my mistake? But with this directive by the president, what do you make of it? I'll take Emmanuel first.
Thank you so much.
Get on there.
Thank you so much. Viewing into the statements released by the thank you so much. Viewing into the statements released by the Office of Presidential Envoy for Interfaith. I read it through, and going through it, I think one way or the other, it's a nice thing. We can't just wake up to hear that this person will die, this person will die, and all stuff. You can imagine if they tell you are going to die, what they are going to create in you. I mean, the fears and panic, the unrest.
I only enjoy life faster. I'll stop saving for my son.
Okay, that's right. But you see, if we are going to view much into this issue, I am a bit worried, very much worried.
Okay.
Because who has the right to prophesy? That is the person that has been touched by God.
Okay.
That notwithstanding, there are some people, they claim they've seen this will happen somewhere along the line. It doesn't happen. Now, the president or the government is directing, is issuing a directives that all prophecies. If you know this thing is going to happen, submit it for review.
For review.
They will look at it. And then they will tell you whether to publish it. This is right, or you should say it this way and shouldn't say it this way.
Wow.
Now, let's think of it. The person appointed, Honorable Elvis Afri Ankra, I don't know if I get it right.
Yeah.
Research around him, he has no any religious background. And it takes only the religious people to review prophecy.
Okay.
And so if you are not a religious person, you are asked to review prophecy. What is the likelihood that that prophecy or prophecies that people do come on air to say is likely to take a due course? Sometimes digging down to this issue of prophecies, people prophesize. I mean, like Shatawale and Co, Isidonko and Co, saying they were going to die and all stuff. It's not all prophecies that will come into reality.
Okay.
And sometimes I believe that this prophecy, sometimes when it comes, you have to pray over it. And you don't have to give your attention. You have to open what we call, we have something we call open mechanism.
Okay.
Open mechanism is how you weigh that. If they say that, Emma, something is going to happen to you, maybe tomorrow next.
Okay.
I have to have that belief that, oh, people have already said this. It didn't happen. They said things like this about people, it never happens. And so I can also go in that tangent. In that same way, maybe they can say something about me, it will not happen. But then you have to pray. You see, we have to sometimes you have to take prophecy serious.
Okay.
And you see, if governments want to regulate by the directives, the government is indirectly showing us the perfect way to censor prophecy in this country.
Wow.
Yes.
So you think this will create some sort of censorship?
Of course, because today we have the NDC on power. They are saying that all prophecies should be directed to the office of the presidential envoy for internship and all that.
Yeah.
Now, do you think if it doesn't go in favor of the person that is going to review it, in fact, give a verdict to it, do you think the person will publish it? Now, let's also take it from this angle. Today, the government thinks they can manage and review prophecies very well. In that case, there's no need for you to come out openly, say something. You have to submit it for review. Now you have submitted it for review. Let me ask you, how sure are we that, what parameters are they going to consider in looking at this prophecy review?
Okay. To determine whether this is right for us to take due course against it or not.
Exactly.
Okay.
So sometimes what favors the government is what they are going to publish. If they say that, may God forbid, if they say that, oh, something will happen to one of the the top officials, oh, they will say, don't bring this thing out. And some of these prophets, their major issue and problems is getting out to us. You can't tell me that all the prophets in this country has all the numbers of government appointees. We are talking of over thousands of government appointees. In fact, thousands of people in this country. And you expect the prophets to have their number. If you if you have any information, you reach out to them. Now, I think they are going to release an email. Let's look at it. They are going to release an email.
Yeah.
If you have anything, you channel through the email. This is where very soon all of us will be prophets. Why? Because I am saying that within a day, it is possible that that email can receive thousands of messages.
Sure.
Thousands of messages.
Sure.
I wonder how Honorable Elvis Afri Ankra is going to sit down, review all these messages. Look at them carefully and tell Ghanaians or tell us that, look, this should be published and this should not be published. So, perfectly. And my take on this matter is that there could be better ways to solve this issue. Look, we have been in this country where a lot of people have said things about the current president. Oh, you are going to win the election. And they were smiling. The NDC, they were smiling. I mean, this is also part of prophecy, right? They say, oh, the president is going to win the election. And all the NDC members, oh, let's believe this prophet. Currently, as we said, to some extent, when someone is speaking, I mean, when someone is going to prophesy, you know whether the person is an MPP or is an NDC. We have some people like that in this country.
Okay.
And so when it goes in your favor, oh, come on, you applaud. When it doesn't go in your favor, then you are trying to find a way to silence people. No.
Okay.
The government, when was told that the NDC will come to power, they were very happy. As at then, they don't see the need to create an office.
They weren't in power then.
But luckily enough, the president we have today was a former president, right? He was a former president. People said things about him before he won the election.
Okay.
And when he won, that was 2012 election, we didn't see any of these things. I mean, what is it? Kumasi road accidents that occurred. You hear a lot of people prophesize and all that. It comes to pass. They were all quiet, as if nothing happened. But I am not saying that we should not look at this. You see, let's take it.
Kindly wrap it up for me.
Because we are facing with a lot of grief, we are all mourning because of these top government officials passed on. That is why the government is not seeing it necessary to regulate. In fact, to censor. Let me put it that way: to censor prophecies in this country. That is not the best. So there are possible ways we can look at it, rather than saying that all prophecies should be submitted to the office of the for review. No, that is not the best.
All right, thank you there, Emmanuel. Bismarck.
Yes, sir.
What would you say about this directive? Okay. I mean, before we go into that, do you know that in 2022, this office has actually been in existence under the NPP before? And Okujetua Blakwa questioned the relevance of that office. And today we are seeing the NDC come up with, I don't know, a regulation which is going to pauper that office into something of that sort. Why the U-turn?
Thank you so much. I want to say a very good morning to the President, John Dramani Mahama, and his Vice, Professor Nana Opoku Ajima, and the NDC, the ministers, and all other executive bodies of the party. And the entire NDC in a whole. I also want to say my condolence to the President and his Vice, the entire Ghanaian populace, the NDC, and the victims of the families of the victims of the helicopter crash. It's a bad moment for us this time, and it is as the result for which we are discussing this topic today about prophecies being directed to the office of the president. So I think it's part of the initiatives to prevent the subsequent or future occurrence of this, because before anything will happen, it has its genesis, and before it takes place. So the spiritual aspect of what we can do to prevent future occurrence is what the government is trying to implement, in addition to other safety measures that will come up after the subsequent investigation. So that tells you that the government is really proactively working towards what they can do to prevent future occurrence. And that is why I think when I heard the news yesterday, it was really very kind of, this directive was premature to come up. But in the other way, I understood that yes, it's a very heartbroken issue, and proactive measures are required for the government to move on. And that is why the office of the president came out with this directive, so that we can move ahead with safety in terms of our spirituality and also other fiscal aspects.
But Bismarck, you see, we give directives, but have we also looked at how efficient we can regulate this directive? Because, for instance, looking at what Emmanuel asked, we are going to receive about 1,000 emails a day regarding prophecies. That's no lie about it. In fact, this is actually going to open the floodgates for everyone who thinks they are a prophet or they've seen something to send something to the presidency. Now, how is the presidency going to have that much time to review all these messages in a day? Come up with what needs to be done regarding each and every message they receive.
Yeah, so the issue is, this is not going to be an ordinary kind of prophecies. Maybe I'm a child of God, I'm a Christian. I can't just sit here and then prophesy and then send a message to the office of the president that they should look into my prophecy. We know the Spirit of God operates and works through people, and that is how come we have these prophets. A pastor has his role as a teacher, and a prophet has his role as a prophet, in addition to teaching. So, if you are not gifted and then you want to be a false prophet, for which we know the Bible says that a time will come that we will have these false prophets.
But how
we are not the
going to
people
determine who is false and who
yes,
is
I'm
true?
coming. We are not the people to say this one is false or not. But in reality, there are occasions, as my brother was saying, there are occasions where we have seen that we are coming to embark on a general elections. And despite very well that like the way NPP perform badly in terms of economic management, and Ghanaians were so much furious about NPP. If a prophet knows very well, as a reasonable prophet, you know very well that because of the performance of NPP cannot win the general election. You prophesy that NDC is going to win and NPP is going to lose. Just to such example again, the NDC, after taking office for 7 months now, has changed the economic system of the country, and the NDC is working at a very fast speed to make sure that, as promised by President Mahama to reset the country, they are working at a very fast speed to make sure the reset agenda is achieved. And from January down to August as we speak, a lot of policies have been implemented by the government, and every Ghanaian can testify that yes, the NDC means business when it talks of reset. And that is what we are doing, and it is as a result of that hard working that our MPs, our ministers, and the gallant soldiers and the other civil service members got to lose their lives in this helicopter crash. So if you see the good works of NDC and you are telling us that NDC is going to rule Ghana for 42 good years, then that one is not a prophecy. But we can all see and understand that yes.
Because of time, we have limited time because you've already done 6 minutes. But what I'm asking is this: how do we tell? We are talking about spirituality. Yeah. See, let me give an example. I know a top man of God. He speaks and the nation shakes. And then I know one prophet who is not even really known. Now there was a couple who were about to get married. They went to the prophet. The prophet told them that, see, no matter what you do, if you marry this lady, she won't survive up to 2 months. The marriage is not supposed to happen. Whatever you do, if you people can agree on both ends, just end the relationship for peace to reign. They overlooked the prophecy from that man, went to this big man I'm talking about. The big man told them that go and marry, God is with you, nothing will happen. They married and the lady crashed in an accident. She died. So when it comes to the things of spirituality, in fact, not even some so-called men of God has what it takes to determine what is true and what is not true. So given this regulation, this directive, how effective is it going to, like, it's, I don't know.
Okay,
But
so
through what mechanism are they going to use to
Yes.
tell that this is the right prophecy? Let's attend to it. This is not the right prophecy. Let's.
like I said earlier, the government is putting in measures to prevent future occurrence of these accident, tragic accident. And the normal way is that if you prophesy as a man of God, if God has used you to prophesy to solve a problem, and you stand in your church and you prophesy that a minister or a president or vice president is going to encounter any tragic moment, and you, as you are prophesying, that no family member of the president or the vice president or whoever, that person in question is not in your church. The family member of that person is not in your church, and you stand in the church and then air it out that the person should come and see you. So in reality, if really you are prophesying and knowing that God is using you to solve a problem, after the prophecy, what do? You get to reach out to the person in the normal circumstance and reasonable way. The person is not in your church. No family member is there where you are talking to the person to go and pass in the information to the person. So the best way is you to reach out to the person in question, help the person spiritual direction, what he or she can do to stop the impediment.
So you think this going through the presidency for reviewing and all that is the right way to get these things done?
Yeah, so going through the presidency, because after this incident, I saw series of videos about a prophet prophesying, mentioning Omani Boama's name, and then this thing happened.
Okay.
So let's assume that if there was, now we are not after.
Can you wrap it up?
We are not after who is right or who is not right. Now it is after for us to identify or hear issues of that nature and then work against it spiritually and physically, so to avoid it.
Okay. So the ultimate goal, if I'm getting you right, is not for us to know which is right or which is wrong, but rather that we can actually hear it and work towards it.
Exactly, that is it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Ivan.
Mr. Mary.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. And good morning to my colleagues in the studio. And good morning to our viewers once again. Mr. Mary, I am a student of prophecy.
Okay.
I am a staunch Christian. I believe in the prophet. Do you know, when you read Amos chapter 3 verse 7, it says God does not do anything unless he reveals to his prophets. So I believe prophets are there to direct us, to direct the nation. And even in the olden days, in the days of the Old Testament, prophets were rulers over the nations. God intentionally appointed them as judges that they should have authority over the nations, where he delivered his message to the nations through his prophets. So I believe in prophecy. The other thing that I will also say is, yes, there has been historical antecedents to prophecies. There has been one way or the other, one prophesying and it comes to pass. Some also does not. That doesn't invalidate the prophecy that the person gave. But it's rather maybe because of what the prophet or those who received the prophecy did about it.
Okay.
Now, when we come to this topic, the directive from the
presidency,
Honorable Evisa Frianka, is it right or wrong? It is in order. There is one thing that I've heard this prophet say, that they don't have access to this high profile people. So they go, then they prophesy. If you know this particular gentleman, tell him to come and see me. How often do we hear of these prophecies before it happens? So, in their wisdom, they have decided, okay,
let's create a channel.
You have seen something about high-profile government officials, and I believe this is basically for government officials.
Yeah, things, they specifically mention things of national interest.
So, if you have seen anything about a high-profile government official, you complain that you don't have access to the person. We at the presidency have access to such people.
Okay.
So we are going to be the liaison officers. We are going to be the conduit, where when you have the message from God for the person,
we receive,
we
deliver
then
to
we
the person.
we deliver to the person. We create the enabling environment between you and the one the message is for. That is how I see this. But let's also look at it from this angle. You see, we are in this country where prophets or the prophetic has tended to be showmanship. I am the one who can prophesy. Now, when the revelations come to them, they deliberately hold on to that revelation, write them down, wait for a specific date. Then they come and they read prophecies to us. In the year that we are entering, prophecy number 1, this person is going to die. Prophecy number 2, this is what is going to happen to the nation. Now, you see, they prophesy, and what they say, some of them create fear and panic. Yes, it creates a lot of pandemonium. And you see people heart bleeding. Yes, whatever that they have seen, it is them that they have seen, not me.
Yeah.
But one thing I have also realized, if you are a Christian, the Bible says, for the Spirit of God beareth witness with our spirit. So I believe before God reveals something to you, I should also be of the known. Yours come to confirm it, or even if I don't see it or I don't hear of it, when you speak to me, God should confirm whatever that has been said to me. Now, so in all this, I believe whatever that is happening now, it is not in order at all. It is in order. They are doing it rightly, and I believe if they try their best to shape things, it will benefit us all. Yes, there might be a time that there will be a lot of mails, there will be a lot of visitations. But let's ask ourselves, whatever that, if you believe whatever that you've seen, you need to meet the person. You don't need fuel. You don't need vehicle. God spoke to you to speak to the person. You are complaining of access. Now the access has been created. Let's ask ourselves. Omanebuama, for instance, is a Catholic. A lot of, I am married to a Catholic, by the way. A lot of our Catholic brethren don't
believe in these prophecies.
Prophecies. So when you are going to the person, you see, it creates a lot of doubts. But when you get someone who understands it, the person is okay. So, bro, this is what has been done. In as much as you don't believe it, can we still do something about it? The politician will understand his colleague politician, who is also a spiritual person, spiritual in quote. So I think, let's give it a try. Now, if the prophet sees things and they believe, yes, this is from God, they should channel it to
the presidency.
The presidency. Now, if you take your message to the presidency and it is God who sent you, I believe he did not send you to go and take money. I believe he did not send you there to go and take cars.
Sure.
The prophet who prophesied, is it Prophet Uja also, Fire Uja, who prophesied about this crash. Now, when a free anchor made that, brought that release, I have heard an interview where he said, I don't want to say it is disrespectful, but he sarcastically said, if they want us to bring our prophecies to the presidency, then they should also be ready to provide us with cars and fuel. You see, that is a little bit disrespectful. The God who sent you will take care of you. Sure. And you think if you have said a prophet, if you have seen something about me, and you've come to me, won't I ask you, how can this be reversed? And no one wishes to die now, except Mutala, who was always prepared to die. And I have learnt that. I have learnt that from him. Yeah. As we are speaking, it wasn't it last week that we were here.
Just last
and
week.
you know, the unfortunate thing is, the day of the incident, I was on radio.
Wow.
I was on radio. And we were speaking profoundly about Dr. Omaneboama, because he did a certain good, and it was part of the topic for this discussion. So they were speaking profoundly of him. And
then the next moment you just hear.
Just within some few minutes, I just saw the messages flying over. I confirmed and it was true.
So kindly wrap it up for me.
Yes, in wrapping up, I believe all these things we can do something about it. But if we can do something about it, it is based on our availability. Okay. Now God speaks to you to go and deliver. Let me give these two scenarios, then I wrap up.
Hey, two. Please only give.
Oh,
one.
just a short one. God spoke to this gentleman who backed John the Baptist. John the Baptist gave the word as it is. Yes, it is the word of God. And by just saying it, he was caught and beheaded.
Yeah.
He did not apply wisdom to the prophecy.
Okay.
The same God spoke to one prophet, Nathan, about David.
The death of...
is it David? Yes. And David went to... Nathan went to David and told, because of...
the wisdom he applied.
This and that.
Okay.
That you've done. God has taken...
He said somebody has done it. What do you think should be done to the person? David was like, let's kill him.
Then he said, it is you. Yeah. Now, he felt that guilt.
Yeah.
So I believe, yes, you have the word of God. But we have gotten to a time that we should apply wisdom to the prophecy that we have. Because in applying wisdom, you calm nerves.
Sure.
In applying,
takes away the sensitivity
and
the panic out of it.
And I wish the era of Dampare, where every prophecy were halted. You have the prophecy, but you apply wisdom. That is what Prophet Nigel did, where he said he used that Umofia example. Yes, he gave his prophecies all right, but in the context he did not use Ghana. He used Umofia, but we all knew that this was from this particular person, this particular country. That is applying wisdom to it. So I will urge our prophets. We are begging them. They go to God, and God speak to them. But when they get the prophecies, they should apply wisdom. And in applying wisdom, the presidency has also created an avenue for them to come liaise with them, so that those people, the high-profile personalities,
can be reached. Okay.
Then, if it can be averted, then it is done.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Great submissions from each and everyone. Getting into the next conversation. With what happened last week? Come again?
Yeah, I wanted to give the email phone number so that in case somebody is listening to us,
you can.
I wanted to give a phone number, the phone number and the email where from the presidency, in case somebody is listening to us.
Oh, okay.
So please, if you are listening to us and you are a prophet, the email from the presidency, the office of the presidency is interfaithofficeghana@gmail.com. interfaithofficeghana@gmail.com. And the phone number is 054 32 012 51. 054 32 012 51.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, there, Bismarck. All these things could have been saved by the National Cathedral, eh? And so, could you talk my National Cathedral, eh? Okay, yeah, bonfire no money that. But all the same, I mean, moving on. With what happened yesterday, last week, we are at the stage of investigations. One thing that keeps popping up is people calling for independent investigators. Why is it that we don't believe in our own justice system? Is it that we believe there was a foul play, and if that is such, if the same people who are stakeholders or let's say victims of this incident are the same people going to investigate it, how sure are we that they are going to come up with the truth we are all looking for? But all the same, if we should actually give it to or grant it to a private investigator, what does that speak of us as a country? That our justice system is flawed? Or do you think just for heads to be clear as a nation, let's just give it to a private investigator, just as we did with the audit of the National Cathedral audit, where we said, oh, let's give it to an independent so that everyone will be clear. So we say, we see independent, baby. Do you think that is the same way we should go with this one? Or you think, no, we should have faith and believe in our own justice system? Yes, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much. Well, see,
and please, you are doing 5 minutes, so
we have come to a state where, as a country, if we really want to be at where we want to be, we need to consider certain things.
Okay.
And those things have to include doing things on our own and probably also prioritizing our own beliefs and system. If you look at what people are coming up, they have to bring in external bodies to investigate into this plane crash. You see, we already have institutions. There are well-established institutions in this country. That is the JCAA, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. This institution is working directly from the past. They've been working with the international. I've forgotten it. International something. I think. Excuse me.
Where they are also an investigative body.
Of course.
Okay, that's fine.
A body like that, but I can't actually quote it well. Okay. So I think it is a international.
Oh, you can
something like
you
that.
can just make
you
progress
see,
on that.
Maybe as we progress when it comes to mind, this body has been established, working so well for this country. Their work is to make sure they investigate into accidents when there's a plane crash. Now today, because of what has just happened, and you know, all of us know that this is not the first time we are encountering plane crash in this country. This is not the first time. Now, such has never happened. Now today they are saying that we should bring an external body to investigate into it, the cause, some safety protocols as to whether the protocols were duly observed before the plane took off and all that.
Yeah.
We have failed to understand that this body, this institution that is originally instituted in this country to investigate into this, to investigate into accidents of this kind are well-established body, and they can probably do it at a low cost or a free cost. You see, if we have to bring in external body, what speak of the already existed institution we have? It will mean they don't know their work. Now, the government have not come out clearly to tell us whether the already existed body, the institution is not well established and that they can't do their job. They are not capable of doing their job. I say, if the government should come out and tell us, oh, these people are not capable of doing their job, and it is clear, we can pick it up from there. Okay. We can say that, well, since they are not capable of doing their job, we can bring in external bodies. But we cannot have people in this country that can practically handle this thing. People we trusted, we've been paying them. What is their use?
Okay.
You see, when we do that, we put some institutions in this country to rest. They will not see the need to work.
Okay.
You see, we have to move away from the posture of politics. Then we face the reality.
Okay.
Talking about these external factors, external investigation team, we should not forget we are going to bring in those people and we are going to pay them. We are going to rent hotels and whatever. At the end of the day, the budget that will be given out, the budget the government will read to us. In fact, we will sit down here and ask ourselves whether this is also part of the research of the Ghana. These people come to tell us they were going to work with. And so, specific on this matter, it is time we begin to understand that our institutions must work.
Okay.
And that we don't have to abandon them and bring in external bodies.
Okay.
You see, we are trying to move away from the posture of this interference in our I mean, this is an independent country.
Sure.
And so being an independent country, there are certain things we have to put in place. I think this is a manual issue that our body, our institutions can also view into it. They can. If they should tell us that we pay them and finally they come to tell us that no, this issue is beyond them or it's above them,
then we know that.
Then we know that they are not capable of doing it. Now let's take it.
Your time is up, so kindly wrap it up for me.
Now, this has to do with Ghana Air Force. You know, this is one of the sensitive operations, and they keep important information for this country. And so, bringing in external bodies, who knows? They probably can get access to all this valuable information they keep for us, and the future may not be good to speak of.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Bismarck.
Yes, sir. All right. I put my voice on that. You know, the magnitude of the incident is really triggering a lot of reasoning in the minds of Ghanaians. So that is why some of these things are happening, coming up. Yeah. So, you know, when it comes to accident, investigation and accident is not any big thing that is involving so much technology that we as Ghana cannot do that.
Okay.
But it is just the area and the department in question for which the accident happened is why people are kind of reasoning this way. Example like the black box that they found in the after the plane crash. Yeah, so I'm told the black box is just to get information about what happened before the plane crash. And when you really think about it, you can see that it's going to involve a high technology involving.
We don't even see. One thing about the black box is that it will only take the company that manufactured the plane that can access the black box.
Exactly.
Nobody can do it. So the Chinese people who manufacture the plane and sold to us, they are the only people who can access it. Yeah.
So if this is the reason why people are reasoning this way, fine. The black box, we cannot, if we are not the one in charge to get information from that, that is passed on to the manufacturer. The manufacturer gives us the information. Then when it comes to other investigative procedures, before the plane left Ghana, it was in the hands of Ghanaians. And the managers of the department was in the hands of Ghanaians. So why then should we go and then bring external body to come and do this investigation for us. What is it that is missing or is lacking in Ghanaians that we need external body?
But the thing is that, as you mentioned, the managers of the aircraft were Ghanaians then. The aircraft goes, something happens to it, and we are still depending on them to give us what happened. If it goes the way that they didn't pay attention to something critical, which is why this incident happened, do you think they will come out to sabotage themselves?
Yeah, and I know what is a good question you've asked. And President Mahama is a very wise person, and the people that are going to involve in this investigative body, President Mahama has thought twice, and I'm sure what you are talking about, he has already reasoned through that.
Okay.
So the people that are going to do this investigation, number one, are people that will be chosen without any bias.
Okay.
People that they know, President Mahama knows that no matter what, they are going to give him concrete and good evidence of what happened.
Okay.
Before he will now, after the incident, the vice president met with the Air Force, the military, about the whole thing. And these are some of the reasons why the meeting. So the investigative body are not just going to be people that they will accuse, and then maybe they know because the person will lose his or her job, he will come and forge the results of whatever happened and bring it up. This is what happened.
Okay.
So all of these things will be taken care of.
Okay.
Because nobody will want to lose his job and go and sit in the house. Yes, we know we are sad. We feel the pain of the loss of the gallant men. But in as much as that, nobody will want to go and sit in the house idle and then be hungry.
Sure.
Moving forward. So this will be taken care of.
Okay.
And then the president has appointed people he knows, he trusts them. People he knows they won't be biased in the investigation, because this is about life. Even the people doing this investigation, if you forge it, you yourself, you are likely to die out of this incident. So it is not a small matter that somebody will go and come back and give us a false information.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will be seriously could be considered. And we trust that the right information will come back for future to prevent future occurrence.
Oh, okay, thank you. Ivan.
Yeah. So, one, I would say, have we exhausted all the internal process and procedure? The internal mechanisms for conducting investigations, have we exhausted them? If we haven't, then the call is a little bit premature.
Okay.
Let's utilize our institutions. We have very crack investigators who can go deep into this and get us in the necessary information that we need. And
but Alan, I would want you to touch on this for me. Just suppose this happened in the USA. There is no way a US citizen is going to call for the United States government to go for an external investigator. But it has happened in Ghana, and we are calling for it. What does this speak to us about our justice system?
Do you know, it is about a distrust in the system.
Exactly.
We have politicized everything in this country. As we are speaking, there are several school of thought. Some believe it is a well orchestrated something. Yes, a well orchestrated accident that was even well targeted. That is one school of thought. There is another school of thought, as in, oh, it is just a mere coincidence. There is another school of thought. There are several. So, yes, it is left for us to come as individuals to the realization that we have to depoliticize our system. You can be NPP fanatic or NDC fanatic, but when you are assigned a certain duty, you must first look at it from a nationalistic point of view. When we do it that way, I believe we will all have the nation at heart. The NDC want to develop the country, the NPP want to develop the country, but just that we have different ideological perspectives in how we develop our nation. But the ultimate is for us to develop the nation. Now we have been befell by this accident. What do? Let's exhaust the internal processes. We should let the police take their course. We should let the fire service bring their reports. We should let the military bring their reports. Now it will get to a time that there will be collaboration from several institutions, and there will be another part where we will need an international body. That is the providers of the aircraft. Those who provided the aircraft to us, they have to come in to assist us with some of the investigations. And what pains me now, it's some reports that I am hearing or I have chanced in reading. Unfortunately, I don't know if I am permitted to say this, but unfortunately, we should let our institutions work. What I just read some few hours ago, that was last night when I was preparing, it's the aircraft was not fit for the purpose that it was used. It was due for service. Now, when the request came that there is going to be this particular journey, that aircraft was not
the right one to be used.
Right one, but because there has been a request and there is none available at that time, there was a forge.
So is it that the people were forced to release the aircraft for this?
No, you see, they weren't forced, but you see, there have to be a provision. There is none available at the time, so and we have to also provide. So they just forged a report that based on
forged it.
Yes, that is what I read. Based on this and that, the aircraft is worthy to fly. Meanwhile, as at the time that they were speaking, they haven't serviced the aircraft. So this is why some are calling for external investigation, because if the one who needs to make sure the aircraft is in good shape has done this, how can we trust them to produce us a credible report? But in as much as that, we have people of high credibility in the military who can give us credible report. We should allow them to work. Now, if they are working, we should also accept every report that they bring out, whether it favors us or it doesn't favor us, because we have entrusted them with our trust, and we know that they will provide us with competent report. Now, to end my submission, I always call that when the state institutions work and things are not as we expected, we shouldn't bastardize them, but rather we should find avenue where we can help them improve on their services. Now, in 2002,
can you wrap it up?
Yes, similar thing happened. What report was given by then, where we had one crashing in Nkoko? What report was given by then? What mechanisms were put in place at then? How is it because these are high-profile people whom we love? That is why there has been a whole lot of pandemonium around it. We are begging our people, when a report of such nature is given, we should make sure we implement every recommendation that is given to the latter. That is how we will strengthen state institutions, and that is how we develop as a nation.
Okay, thank you. Our last topic for conversation today. we know the president and his brother, how close they are. So many theories has been coming up with their relationship in regards to the nation. Before he came to power, he gifted him a car which he was using for his campaigns and all that. When he came to power, he was using that same car. It raised some eyebrows. Since he resumed power, he has always been seen using his brother's private jet for most of his rounds, as we put it. That has also been put to question. Now, we've seen the brother himself taking care of things we would say these are state responsibilities. For instance, just recently, with the forensic details we needed to be flown to South Africa, he was a sponsor of it. Now, two of the Muslims who were part of this accident, it is in their cultural rights for some debt to be paid and all that. He is also taking care of that. These are things that should have been taken care by the state. But we see him as an individual doing all these things. So people are questioning, your brother is the president, you are doing all these things. Are you really doing this for free, or you are doing it in favor of something? Because this raises a huge conflict of interest in the long run. But then we are looking at someone who has also built a portfolio of philanthropic, like he's done so much for people, not even just us. There was a time that he donated about over 500 cars to a police service in, I think, in Kenya. A whole lot of cars to them in Kenya. So we can speak to that fact as well. But here comes the case that your brother is the president. You are doing these things for the state. If there is anything at all which could be considered for someone and you pop up your head, whether you are fit for it or not, do you think they are going to overlook you because you've done things for the state? Secondly, your brother is the president. All these things have come under discussions, but what do you make of that? We are doing just about 2 minutes on these issues. There's not something that we can.
Well, it is clear that somewhere along the line, you see the brother of the current president coming in to help and take care of a lot of responsibilities. This is where we need to be clear, and we should not be confused what government responsibility versus private charity.
Sure.
The question we should be asking ourselves is this man, Ibrahim Mahama, really just giving out things freely to Ghanaians? And do we also care to know what comes back to him, what the nation gives back to him? See, these are some of the things that we should be talking about. You see, when you talk about this thing, people feel like you are heartless. You are jealous of the man. I mean, you are not happy of the man helping and all that. But that is not the case.
Okay.
I am saying that.
Yeah.
I am not against anyone, helping anyone you want to help. If you want to do anything for this country, you should. But where you would have to bring out yourself and start confusing people as to whether you are the president or another person, that is where the issue comes. The thing is this. People donate a lot of things, but there are some responsibilities that should be championed by the government. And when you, a person comes in to take up these responsibilities, what happens to our taxes we pay to the government? What happens to the responsibilities of the government? When it is the responsibility of a government or the government to take certain action, as a private person, you should stay in your lane and allow the government to take its action. When we interfere so much in government activities, we will, at the end of the day, I believe in this, we will, at the end of the day, deprive the government for performing their constitutional mandate.
Okay.
Providing schools, building schools somewhere and other places. Today, oh, these people don't have school. You have gone there, you have built a school. Who are those people you have gone to build school for? They have every right to enjoy those infrastructure from the government. And if you go and build, and let's look at it, some people where you build those schools, hospitals and all that, other people don't receive it. Do you care to know what the people will think about you? Now you have gone to build school at point B, and then at point C, they don't receive it, and they also want the same school. Now, the news is all over that you have built a school, you have donated this, and other people are lacking it. And you see, I believe that it is time we should be clear as to whether the current brother to the current president, I mean the brother to the current president, is performing a state function or is giving out charity.
Okay.
That's one. It is a good way to go.
Okay.
But if we're not clear with this, and today he has done this, and that was supposed to be done by government, or I have financed this, the forensic distance were going on, you coming out to pay for it, and all that. I am telling you, I am of the view, and some people are of the view that no, what this man is giving out to this country,
he's definitely
getting something from it.
Okay.
We should remember he's a businessman here. Okay. So specific on this matter, me, I'm not against his way of doing things, but now it is time he has to identify, or he should know that
there are times for charity,
exactly,
and there are times for government responsibilities. Okay, thank you, Bismarck.
All right, thank you so much. You know, politics has really shifted the minds of people in a particular direction, and sometimes when they are speaking, you have to understand they are speaking on the political point of view, but not human point of view. So that is why some of these questions are coming up, because assuming when the crime, this incident happened, China decided they want to give Ghana some billions dollars of money in aid of this incident. I don't think somebody will question, or maybe Ghana is giving China something. That is why, or US is giving Ghana some money because of this incident. Nobody will question if US is getting something from Ghana, but the issue is because it is Ibrahim Mahama.
But that is actually why it should be an issue.
Is the brother to the president.
Exactly.
And everybody would love to find himself in such a situation, to have a brother who can be beside you in difficult moments. Nobody would ever dream of not to have such a privilege.
Okay.
So President Mahama is privileged to have a brother who is well-to-do, and by the grace of God, he is also a generous person. Ibrahim Mahama, before I got to know him, I was hearing his name on radio like that before I got to see him in person on TV. And I was hearing about him by his generosity.
Okay.
The recent lady, the girl that he sponsored to go to US, UK to have his eye surgery. About $25,000 was being spent on that lady. And also, when the vice president was sick and then traveled to UK for treatment, the woman came back and she was thanking Ibrahim Mahama how the man supported her throughout the thick and thin. And also, this man again sponsored 100,000 Ghana US dollars again about to a certain lady. That is Lisa Laye. Lisa Laye for another treatment. You see, and that is not all. There are several of philanthropic activities that this man is doing. Currently, I think last month or so, he said he is going to sponsor the cement of the building of Ghana School of Law
that
project.
is why we are questioning the motive behind it. Yeah. You are a private person. Most of these things we are talking about, we hold him on that. But this is where a national responsibility comes in. As the state so broke, they can't take responsibility of these things, that we need to rely on a private person to come and do it. Whereas it raises an issue of conflict of interest because his brother is the president.
Yeah, that is why I'm saying it is because of the political nature of our lifestyle is this question. Because if not, this is not supposed. When President Mahama launched this medical fund for this highly risk sicknesses, he asked people to donate. Isn't it a state fund project? But he asked people to donate into this. So if you have, I think we should pray for more of Ibrahim Mahama into the country. Because the country we are lacking a lot of things. So if we are having people like this, about 100 of them in this country, then I think this country will go very far. So this is not something anybody in any way, any selfish interest should think maybe because he's gaining something out of it. But because the man is he already has well established, has the money, and God being so good, he's also a generous person. He is known for his generosity, not to only the government, but a lot of people, situations that you can count that the man is being generous. So I think we have to be very fair enough to ourselves to pray to God to provide a lot of, God should give us a lot of Ibrahim Mahama in this country, instead of us thinking maybe he's getting something from the government and that is why he's doing that.
Thank you. Ivan.
Yes, indeed, we need a lot of Ibrahim Mahamas in this country. But his act of generosity currently is the reason why we should be questioning what is his interest. Because if in the Mahama 1 administration where he desilted the gutter, the drainage for free, where we knew he was doing a lot of good for the country, and there wasn't any hidden
agenda,
motive, we all knew. But at the end of the day, when Mahama was about leaving Ghana, we saw the Inahini bauxite being given to him and it raised a lot of questions. So as we are speaking, if he is doing all these philanthropic activities, what is the next is it Inahini bauxite that will be given
to him?
What is the next good mining site that will be bequeathed to Ibrahim?
In fact, we already have an issue with him and the black voter people going back and forth with the gold side. So
what is the next resources that will be given to Ibrahim Mahama? Yes, I personally love what he does and how he has taken keen interest in his brother's activities. When right from opposition, providing him security, giving him a private jet for all his troubles and things. And even when he came to, he ascended the throne as a president, where we got to know that the Falcon, the presidential jet is not in good shape. How he has given it to us, even we not knowing the cost, probably it's for free. So all these things, what is the end game? We are pleading, yes, he can support, and he has supported all this while. But if he's doing it willingly, then glory be to God, we thank him. But if he has something that he is demanding behind the scenes, please, he should make it available for us so that we will
review it and see whether he deserves
exactly, because sometimes it's a little bit worrying. Every individual, whatever the person does, whether privately or publicly, the person has something
an
in
interest.
mind. There's an interest. we are pleading with the NDC administration. If there is something that can be given to Ibrahim Mahama, where we would say that, oh, for this it has been given to him and we know he deserves it, they should give it to him, then it should appease him and all that he is doing, he will do it from good heart.
Okay.
Again, if he is doing all these things, he should let us, those in charge, should let us know the cost that is coming from it, from the travelings and all the other things. They should let us know. Even if he is doing it for free, I am pleading with the government that they shouldn't take it for free.
Okay.
Because he is a businessman.
Okay.
When the time comes for him to act as a businessman, because our fingers are already in his mouth, the demands we cannot pay.
Okay.
So please, if he is doing it for free, we are pleading with the government that they should, even if it is a 1 CD, they should give it to him so that we record it as from his philanthropic activity. The state has also given him 1 CD as our appreciation for all that he has done for us.
Right.
And not wait till when he comes out to say, okay, based on this and that, not even based on this and that, I want this particular contract.
Okay.
Now when he shows up, you don't have anything than to give it to him, because you have seen all the good things he has done and not taking a cent of any amount.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. One thing that someone has also shared is that, for all we know, he is also out of his own generosity doing this because of what he has gained as a businessman from the country. Most of his contracts has been from government, so this is also his way of saying, "No, I'm appreciating the country by doing this or that." So yeah, that's one thing.
You know, yes, he has gained from the country, but Ibrahim Mahama's success can't be attributed solely to Ghana.
Oh no, for that one we know, but
majority of what he got was outside Ghana.
But even if he gained just 1 contract from Ghana, it's Ghana has supported him.
Oh, that is true. But and one thing that I realized, for what he did just recently and from the plane crash, he did it because he's an Islam.
Okay.
When I say because he's an Islam, he's a Muslim, it is because Muslims has that heart of giving, and they give without thinking.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so they believe when he saw his fellow Muslims in that,
he just
wanted to show the support and say, no, I am giving it so that we get.
Well, we thank our audience, our listeners and viewers for how far they've come with us. We thank our guests in the studios for their intellect and their education on this subject matters. But before we leave the studios, Ima, your last words, 30 seconds, then we go.
Well, what I would want to say is that, you see, the onus lies on all of us as Ghanaians to support the current government to develop and have the country we want.
Okay.
But then, of course, if we look at the way, like my brother was submitting, I think there could be time to respond to some of the comments he made.
No, unfortunately, because of time, yeah.
If you look at the way this government want to reset the country, sometimes when they bring out certain things and NPP side is talking about it, they feel like you are against the reset. I mean, we are here and we are in this country not just to criticize, but to support this government to, have the country we want. So in all those arguments we are making and then arguing with them, it isn't that we are against the activities of the president. We are praying for them to do well so that we have the Ghana we want.
Okay. Bismarck, your last words.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. My last word is, yes, we are all Ghana. It's in a moment of mourning. And it is only God that can help us through this moment. We all understand and we can see how energetic and how zealous NDC was really moving the country with the speed and the energy. And this is kind of going to slow us down. So I pray that even as we mourn, God will grant us that strength so that in as much as part of that, we can gain back our energy to continue the good work for the people of Ghana. So that is what I seek from the Lord, so that NDC can really embark on this reset to change the narrative of the country.
Thank you. Ivan, your last
Mr. Murray?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me say, for the first time I've seen Ghanaians in the studios, and we have probably, I also attribute it to the topics. We have discussed this in a civil way where there wasn't much politics in it. We have all shared our opinion, and I think when we continue that way, it will help all of us, and it will help build Ghana. Then I will also submit that our religious leaders, now there has been a clear directive. If you have any vision, any revelation, any prophecy, we are pleading. You are complaining of access. The access has been granted. Go to the presidency, write to them, go to them in person. They will create the opportunity for you to speak to the one whom the prophecy is about. The other thing that I would also add to it is, yes, we should allow our investigative bodies to work. And when they are working, they shouldn't interfere in their activities. We should also accept the report that they generate and bring to us. And we should implement the recommendations. That is very important. The recommendations which they profess, we should implement it to the latter. Then the last, but not the least, Ibrahim Mahama, we are pleading with the government, with all his philanthropic activities, if he deserves something, the government should give it to him, because he has raised a lot of people, he has helped build a lot of people. Then I would finally submit that as we are moving, we are only praying that the government should consider bringing out a developmental agenda where both NDC and NPP will sit around the table, not like what the NPP did with the Senche consensus or the other one, or the NDC also boycotting any other thing, but we should sit around the table, discuss about an agenda for Ghana, how we will develop as a nation. Then, based on our individual manifesto, there is an end game, but probably based on our individual manifestos and ways of developing the country, we would all meet at a point that will help us as a nation
to build
and not
development.
Yes, and not where one will build to an extent.
Can you wrap it up for me?
Then the other will come, will let go of all the things that one has done and start something again. That is regarding us as a nation.
Okay, that is regarding us as a nation. We thank you once again for sticking with us. We thank all our guests too for being with us. This is where we end the show. We'll be back same time tomorrow on your airwaves. Enjoy the rest of your day.